fashion groove. Legendary fashion groove. Bold and sexy. Legendary fashion groove. And sexy. Legendary fashion groove. Bold.
A dime a dozen. You bitches come a dime a dozen. You always fussing. Get beat up and then you cry and get your cousin. Came for a plate because you know our plates be busting. No meal complete without a sick, no white brush. When I'm coming through a bitch's home, don't get it twisted. If you on my side, it better show you not against it. We posted up, giving legendary dip set. The sound be loud up in your headset. For the list, you took a shot of miss. Girl, I'm still here and I'm giving sun kiss. We put a goon to your petty ass. Get the cash, and then we do the mad dash. Dunk her, sweep her, put her in a bucket. You talking shit, so it's like fuck it. I really hope that your wig is glued on. Before you get fucked up, better leave me alone. Feed 5-0 foam like a beanstalk. If I'm gonna serve you, it's giving a lamb chop. I know you lying, girl, I know you cat. We'll let you off for another stack. Just keep on talking and we'll spin the block. That nasty work, it's gon' get your pop. My niggas loud, girl, my niggas bustin'. A bitch like you, come a dime a dozen. I really feel who you tryna be. You bitches hatin', just be jealous, dime a dozen. But you could never, ever come for me. I really feel who you tryna dime a dozen. I really feel who you tryna be. You bitches hatin', just be jealous, dime a dozen. But you could never, ever come for me. I really feel who you tryna dime a dozen. Oops, ya walla walla, oops, ya bang bang. Girl, you tired with those Beyonce cut bangs. I am mother pat, but you serving a goose. You're not a catch, that's why the niggas always cut you loose. I'm the tour, and it's my vision, baby. Use the plain bitch, in the apartment you crazy. You're like a bum leaving court, giving us holiday heart, so what you grinning for? Goldilocks, something here just ain't right. Get this rat out of here, terminate, one side. Now you know you're not inside my league. Use a dusty butt bitch from Tennessee. Girl, it's giving me Elmer Fudd. Best believe if I come through, it's blood. Can't get dirty now, you covered in mud. I'm a queen, I give you chocolate and fudge. Now I mean, I put a cherry on this Sunday. Drop kick this bitch, and now they calling me a sensei. Mr. Miyagi, this bitch is soggy. Getting my paper up, you cannot stop me. Foiled your plane, girl, you cannot block me. Make the pellet dry, and it's serving chalky. We killed you dead, girl, we giving Chucky. Got a pin to kill, cause you hoes can't touch me. My nigga pull up in a Ferrari. No time for you hoes, you bitches scary. Twist and dip, we tiptoe. Turning the bitch to the max, so it's gon' blow. You got a Walkman, yeah, this bitch must be slow. Girl, your AWOL is the chops for that no-show. I really feel who you tryna be. Who you tryna be. But you could never, ever come for me. I really feel who you tryna be. I really feel who you tryna be. You bitches hating, just be jealous, but you could never, ever come for me. I really feel who you tryna be. You come, a dime a dozen, yeah. A dime a dozen, yeah. A dime a dozen, yeah. A dime a dozen, oh, you come, a dime a dozen. Alright, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Whew. So still writing off from Tuesday. But I was
thinking, I'm thinking about everything. It's just, and I'm like, I never feel, anytime I get off of here, certain things I want to talk about, I always feel like when I'm just talking with God before we go live and I'm just sitting there and the inspiration starts coming to me that I have something to say, etc. However I may articulate it, if it's, I know it's coming across, but even with all that, when I get off, I'm like, Allah, out of 100% of what we talked about on this porch or wherever we were when we were discussing, I say to myself, we probably spoke on between 35 to 40% of the information. It always feels like it wasn't enough. Like I didn't really, and you know, part of that, and I was discussing it this morning inside, you know, the whole realm of heaven, etc. And I'm saying, I'm like, okay, I understand. It's hard to put into English words, or even if it was another language, whatever the word, whatever the language, the tongue, it would be difficult, I imagine. Okay, so what do I want to say? Now, here's me. I'm on the wave of alchemy. Even before I knew what that word meant, I was doing that. I was conversing within about that, just without that word. My whole thing was always, so before I had the word alchemy, it was coming across like this. Everything that these bitches think, like I'm talking about from the time we came to Georgia, because that's when really shit started going left. In Arizona, it was left to an extent, but not personal. Let me say this the right way. It was personal because, for example, with my mom and my dad fighting and then getting that divorce, that was personal. But that was a different kind of personal. It was like it wasn't about me per se. Like I wasn't the center of that. They were the center of it, and we were like the byproducts. Like we got sucked into it. But the point is that wasn't my divorce. That was my mother's divorce. But personal to me is more like this, the shit I'm dealing with right now. Or when I first moved to Georgia, which at that time it was a case of he, not some shit my mom did. And then it's like, because that's my mom, people know, oh, that's your mom. It was me. It was like, I'm the problem. So when I came here, that was the first time I experienced, just through existence, I never knew about that type of thing. Because up until then, in Arizona, my memories of Arizona was people were accepting of me. And my mother apologized to me about that. So I know I'm not wrong. Because in her mind, her feeling of it was, I'm sorry that I took you from an environment that loved you to bring you to a place that hated you. Her mindset, she just, who could have known it was going to pan out that way, though, realistically? I mean, I guess you could have thought about it like, okay, the South, I guess you could have. But it's old news. Like, it happened that way. And, you know, it could have been worse. And had I would have stayed in Arizona, maybe it would have been too perfect. Maybe I would have never had those challenges that shaped me into the person y'all know today. And I wouldn't have been as impactful, or maybe wouldn't have had enough fire burning beneath my feet to make me swim. Maybe I would have just stayed where I was because it would have been peaceful and it would have been no problem. So it was like, we're going to bring you into the world. Well, we kind of brought you up with some drama with that fight when my mom was pregnant with me. But again, even though I was there for that, I wasn't there for it. I probably felt it in the spirit because I'm like, adrenaline, my mom trying to save my life, obviously. You know, adrenaline and whatever other chemical release probably happened. And that probably got locked into my DNA, I think. I think that fighter instinct, I feel like that moment triggered that before I was even born. I really believe that. I think that event, although I was not born, she was pregnant with me, but it don't matter. To me, that's close enough. Like, I'm alive. I'm not alive technically because I'm not born yet, but I'm still alive because I'm being developed. And she was far enough along, 7 months. I would consider that's damn near done. The baby's damn near baked, because you've had some babies that got born prematurely, granted, but at 6 months, so 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, we're far enough along. But my point is, By that point, the chemicals probably got locked in. But that was, no one could have known that, but that probably was for the better. Like, because look how I turned out. Like, somebody gonna say like that's a negative thing, but actually it's a good thing, because I really do believe I have the right balance of all the things. That's really what I think. And I have been surviving now alone in the world long enough, because even if you want to use my ex, even if you want to use my audience, it's still me that they chose. That's the point I'm saying. My ex is not paying for everybody. He chose me to do that for. There was a reason why he felt he wanted to step in and do that. My audience, they chose me. Like whoever did so into it, it was so what I'm saying is it was still something about me that had to appeal. So I still survived it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying even if people gave me money for my cause, they had to see something in me to do that. It was still me that they chose to support. So I'm saying there's something within me that will allow for me to survive with the help of Allah. I have a fighter's instinct. It's in me to do that. It's in me to say, I'm not going to just be run over. Sorry. From anyone. Family, friend, I don't care how close that you believe you are to me. Nobody gets a pass. Sorry. And it's just the way it got to be. And I mean that. You know, it's so funny to me. Many years ago, but I was on social media by this point, but probably the early part. When I first started talking about family relations, I remember very clearly it was majority people were against me and was making it like I was wrong. How could you be telling people that if your mom is toxic or whatever word I was using, but basically saying if she's okay. I'm not saying that should be the immediate thing, but if you know you better than anybody else, you and God. So if you know the truth that this woman or this man or whomever, it could be a husband, it could be a wife, it don't even matter. But if this person is bringing real harm to you, whether it be mental, spiritual, physical, I don't know that I said anything wrong here is what I'm saying. And it was like, I don't know if anybody remembers that, but that used to be because I was early with that. But now look, it's like y'all bitches just be late. It's like anything I'm saying is always going to be true. Even if I said it too early. Because even when I'm thinking everything I said, sometimes I sit back and I think all them things I said throughout the years, and no one's really taken into account the fact that I was right about pretty much everything. To the point where it just seemed like that's how we know, and this is all a matrix because it's on purpose. But that's because if this was realistic, by now somebody would have said, okay, out of 100%, he probably right about 97% of the time. That's still, if he would have been right about 20% of the time, that would be a high percentage for someone to be just futuristically predicting or understanding things on a level that really, when he said it, or she or whoever the person is, really we weren't seeing it that way. But now in time, we're seeing the truth about it. To me, I would want to be close to a bitch like that so I can understand the trend, bitch, so I don't have to be left behind like these bitches over here. That's scary to me. As long as you are alive, you should be moving forward. This idea of the train is moving, but I'm not on it, I don't like that. Because I have places to be as well. That's the way I see it. I'm not trying to, what you mean, wait for the next train? Not if I was here now. And not if I'm ready and prepared to go. I don't see that being the option. Okay. So, you know, it's like you're going through all of these things. And it's just interesting to me because I'm saying, now I've always been a fighter because I had fights in Arizona too. But again, it just was a different feeling to it because it wasn't me fighting for my existence. There was reasons behind it. You understand what I'm saying? When we had our neighborhood war, which is so funny. When you grow up, you realize how, who were we? What were we thinking? I mean, there was a lot of gang-related activity. People would get killed and stuff. And you don't even realize that you're kind of in the hood until you get some type of something to see, like to understand here versus there. But honestly, it was never scary to me at all. Maybe because I was born in it, but it don't matter about that. The point I'm getting to is people actually really did. People loved me no matter where I went, even in the South. It's just in the South, they had to be more like this about it. In Arizona, it was like, oh, that's Quadir. It was no, and I had friends of I'm saying the school I went to, that's why my mom was apologetic. Because I think in time she started thinking, you know. But I'm like, mommy, things a lot the way we believe, we're supposed to understand that everything happened when it was supposed to happen. So there were some casualties along the way, there was trauma along the way, but I think somehow I would have had trauma in Arizona too. But even if I wouldn't have, maybe I needed that. See, everyone's gonna see it differently. I'm saying in my specific case, looking at the man that I turned into, I love this man. I respect this man. I honor this person. I'm not perfect, but I see the truth about who I am through all that shit I went through. And I'm just thinking, if let's just say that Muslim school experience didn't happen. Okay, we can erase that trauma, but what does that put me? I mean, because that made, to be getting death threats so young, you didn't do nothing wrong, but these people want to kill you on a strength. There's something that happens to you. Now, if I was a different kind of person, maybe it would have took me down. Like, what do you mean? You know, it could have been different. It's just interesting how Allah knew that, though. That how could, because I couldn't have guessed it. Maybe if somebody would have told me in advance, like, how are you, when you get to Georgia, you're going to get death threats. Maybe I would have been anxious about it. Like, oh my God, like, but I totally didn't expect it. When it happened, it's just like, I didn't have time to think about how I should be reacting to it. Honestly, when I think back to that period, I remember it was brought to me. It was like, this is a real concern that these anonymous letters are showing up. Okay. So what does that mean? Like, I remember thinking, like, what are you saying? Actually, it just seems so surreal. Even now, I'm like, I don't get emotional because it's okay. Everything is okay. But I'm just recalling. You understand what I'm saying? To remember. And it's just crazy to me because I'm like, and when my mom on the album, The Queen's Manifest, when you hear her explaining about all that, I mean, because we've talked about that before. That wasn't her first time apologizing to me for that. But I guess she just wanted to do it one more time just so she could just be sure. But I was like, mommy, that's the way I feel about it. I'm like, I know it would be different if I felt she did that to me on purpose. Then I would feel differently because I know me. But because I know my mother, and I remember even before we moved to Georgia, how the conversation why she told me she went to take there in the first place, she was very happy about it. She really believed it was going to be a good thing to be around more Black people, to be around a bigger Muslim community. I mean, these were the things that she was looking so that we can have more relatability, but it was the opposite. You know. But she couldn't have known that. No one could have. You could have, I guess, thought about it in terms of the South, but I mean, it was at that point 1999. So it's like, okay, Jim Crow, not really. I mean, it's still, we know about it, but by that point, it wasn't like I could, whites only bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Now, had she would have moved, now had that would have been the case, it'd be like, come on, mommy. You know, but that wasn't the case. So anyway, my point is, all of these things, and okay, let me say one more thing about the Muslim experience, the Muslim school experience. I've told stories, but I'm just remembering because I start to say something else moving into the future, but then because I wanted, okay, let me just, because I'm going to start forgetting what I was saying. Okay. All right. Catch my breath. What am I saying? Okay. And during that experience, another thing, what started in my mind, now this is something for me to unlearn. I can remember it, but I need to get, because my mindset, when I go into things, it's not just based on this, but this is a big part of what started it, and then kind of opened my eyes that was an option. And then when I went into the world, it started to seem like the world, even though people liked me, it's the weird thing. Let me say it like this. It would be like being the popular kid with no benefits. It was like it was any place I ever went, people liked me a lot. Even if it was hush hush, people liked me a lot. Everybody knew me. If you said, oh, Quadir, it wasn't like, oh, who is that? The entire, just through this, you wouldn't call it a scandal, not really, because I didn't do anything, but through me being gay and just so like, even though I was getting death threats, I was still doing little concerts. I was still just being me. It's just, you could not know me. It was one of those type of, I'll never forget when I came into that community, it was like an asteroid. People could not, it was just like, it threw a kid. It was like, everything got turned on its head overnight when we came here. It was like, who is this? Have you heard about this gig yet? Have you? It was everybody, kids, adults, everybody wants to know. But my point is, I think about all the different times from my drawing to my singing, different opportunities that came where, because they, like my mother said on the album, they could not, it was, by them accepting me would be like them saying being gay is okay or something. It's how she is the reason why she feels they would exclude me and do the things they done. So it would be just crazy really knowing, you know that I should be the singer, but you're going to choose this bitch that cannot really sing just because you don't want people to see that I can. She don't even want to. Look at her. She's shaking. She don't even want to get up there because she's scared. And even if she wasn't scared, I heard her sing when she was calm and it was just one-on-one. And between, just honestly speaking, she's not that good. And matter of fact, we did a talent show together. We did two, but skipping to the second one. Because the first one, that's what I'm saying. We came up there, we did, what song did we do? Hold on. We did Survivor, bitch, even though it was just two of us. So I did 2 verses, she did 1. Is that correct? Because I remember I did, yep, because I did Kelly and Michelle. So she did so maybe she technically did 2 as well because she did Beyonce. It doesn't Beyonce have like 2 verses on there? So I guess she had, but then again, but I was doing too much singing to make her sound better. Because while she was singing, I'm giving the harmony, but she couldn't do that for me. But the point is I lied. I think we sang 3 times together now that I'm thinking, because we did a graduation song. So that's what I'm saying. They knew she could not stand on her own. So they didn't want to gas me, but I was the only person who wasn't scared to get up there with her. The point is there was this one talent show we did where she did get up there by herself, but not really. You know why? Because she sang an India Arie song with the India Arie CD. So really, India Arie was singing. You know, and I'm just like, what kind of hood rat shit? Bitch, I went up there and sang a cappella. It's night and day. You can't even compare her to me because I don't have no music is behind me. And I'm singing in front of a crowd of people who the only thing they can judge is my presentation and my voice. And that's when she was telling me, you being too dramatic. You need to have your arms behind your back through the rehearsal. The jealousy. I'm like, I'm an artist. Like when someone's singing, they're supposed to be like emoting, but she's telling me, if you can sing, you should just be singing. You don't need to be doing all this. Put your hands behind your back. She was serious too. And I'm like, if you expect to sing, I don't want to see all those hands. You need to just stand up there and sing and all this other stuff. But guess what? When Miss Thing got up there with her CD, Happy Birthday, it's 11:03. She was allowed to not only move her arms, but also dance on stage. But she was whack. But guess what? I got second place to her. They couldn't take it. You saw the genuine response from the crowd. And that's the reason why you didn't pick the winner that night, because it would have been obvious that I won. You picked it the next day. Stupid. But these are the type of things that would happen to me throughout my life when we came here. So through enduring that, you just start to create, you just have a different mindset, because now mind you, it wasn't like that was the only time it happened. And then once I left out of there, things were actually okay. But because of my trauma, I'm like, people, it's like, actually, this was a good setup for you, but but because of what happened before, now you're messing up the opportunity through the trauma. That wasn't me. What happened was when I left up out of there, then I started to see it was true. Like, it was the South. Like, it was the time period that I came, and it was how it went. Like, in the real world, people were looking at me like, who is this gay guy? He walking in here like he not scared or anything. Like, it bothered people, because it was supposed, especially for that time period, it's supposed to be like, you are the inferior one. You're supposed to be walking in here. Like, they wanted me to walk in how the white girls wanted you to walk in when it was whites only, where it was like, if you do walk in our grocery store, bitch, When you walk past us in the aisle, you need to tip your head down type shit. That to me is how I was treated, but amongst Black people or any like people in totality, but especially Black people, because that's who I was around. And it was just like heavily discriminated, heavily like, I mean, everybody I knew was working. And here it is, I'm coming in here, articulate, clean. And it was like, the way they treated me was like, I was like homeless. Not that that would be, if I was homeless trying to get a job, you should help me still. But my point is, they made it like I was homeless coming in there dirty and stank with doo-doo stains and just my shoes peeling. Like that's how they treated me. There is a feeling behind that. Because it's looks, it's energy, it's just the tightness, it's everything. You can pick up on that. And it's the same energy that I got from the Muslim community. So it wasn't that I was looking for that, but when I saw it in other people, I was able to identify it because I had already went through that before. That's what it was. It was, I can recognize this. I'm recalling. I know what this is already. When you start, you trying to cover it up because you don't want to get, but now mind you, back then I didn't even know about suing people for discrimination. But the point is, in their minds, they knew about it. They probably had the fair act, we can't discriminate. They probably been had that. I just didn't know. So I wasn't even thinking like that. But in their minds, they're knowing they can't tell me certain things like, ew. Like they can't speak the way they want. So it's more, even though they're trying to go through the motions, it's really giving, ugh. I was never gonna get that job. Please. But I digress. So fast way the fuck forward. Here I am this morning. I text this lady with this job. Happy birthday, 1106. I text her this morning about this job. I'm saying to her, matter of fact, what did I say to her? I said, hi, such and such, her name. I said, any word on this training? This is the same thing I dealt with before. I explained where I get hired, and then it feels like somehow the ball is being dropped. Why am I still waiting for someone to train me? I need this job. I got the job, and now I'm just sitting around waiting. All I want to do is work this honest job, yet it's like pulling teeth just so I can work. Please give me an update ASAP. Now that text was not as, to me, I think that was respectful, but it wasn't as like friendly, like, oh, cause see, but you want to know what? Isn't it funny? In my opinion, I have a right to send that. Bitch, I got hired back in fucking July. We're now approaching fucking September, bitch. This is the shit I'm explaining. I don't care if someone thinks it's my imagination, because I know that it's not. I know that I'm very well balanced, probably the most balanced nigga you ever met. I don't give a fuck. Okay? It's just, I'm not, if you really knew all the shit I'm having to fucking juggle, bitch, you would understand better. But it don't matter about that. It's about the fact that I know the work I'm putting in, bitch. How you gonna hire me for a job? And then that's what I'm saying. That was a red flag to me. What you mean? Oh, I'm trying to see if there's someone who wants to train me. What do you mean want? That's the shit right there that I knew was like, you on that bullshit. All I'm trying to do is fucking work. And it's almost like, I'm telling you it's crazy to me. And I be talking with God. I said, Allah, this is my genuine feeling about what's going on. I'ma just tell you what I really think. My feeling is these bitches know everything I say I want to do and that I'm setting out to do, I'm going to do it. It's just a fucking matter of time. These bitches know it. They understand. And they don't encounter niggas like me every day. They understand that. So when I walk in, they understand it's something unique coming in the door. It don't matter if I look like a regular human like you, bitch. You know I'm not regular. Even if I open my mouth, sweetheart, you know that. And that's the reason why you be uptight from the beginning, because you're trying to put your finger on it, but you can't. Because you're not going to say, oh, I don't like him because he gay, because bitch, deep down inside, you know it's something about me. You want to like me anyway. Even if you're anti-gay, bitch, you want to like me. And that's the part that's really heating you up from the inside, because you're like, she walking here and you know damn well. You know what I'm saying? And so Anyway, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, 11:09. So that's my birthday 3 times in my mind. So it's just like this bitch from the clothing store. Jealousy. It's just crazy to me. Whack. You're whack. You're trash. You know damn well, bitch, I would have ate this job up. And that's the reason why you don't want me here. Girl, I would have ate this shit up. Ooh. You got in a store where you're marketing clothes to people in their teens and into maybe like, I would even say, well, really, it could be for somebody older too, if you know how to style yourself. But my point is, I would say their demographic is between teenager to 30s, early 40s, maybe. And really, like I say, probably anyone could wear it if you really know what you're doing. But my point is, when I could put these clothes on and it will look good on me. Y'all are all 60, 70 plus, moving slow, not really coming in here giving the style the way it need to be gave. Respectfully, and because other than her, the other women like me, but I'm just telling you the truth. Like, she liked me and everything. I'm talking about the Chocolate Sisters, they like me, but they not coming like me. When she saw me and she see, oh, he take care. I know what she was thinking. I know what she thought. And she immediately saw it for that interview with that sister. Hire him. She don't like that. She don't want a bitch in there that people would come shopping just to see that person and buy clothes from them. She knows that's what will happen because she saw a little glimpse and it was eating her up. Because I know bitches like her. Now see, everybody don't have the light skin problem, but she do. And that's the reason why she hired a bunch of women that were way older than her, because she was maybe, I would say like 50, I would say she probably was older than 50, like maybe 55. Them other women got to be like 65, 70. She's the only light-skinned one. I see what she did. In her mind, she's thinking, I want to be the cute girl in here. I don't want to hire no younger women. I don't want to hire no women I think could be cute. I want to hire all older, kind of out of shape. I see what she did. No, teeth missing out of their face. You know, whatever the case is. These are like people who need dentures and stuff like that. But you have them in here trying to sell clothes to teenagers. That's the wrong thing to do. I'm not saying it's wrong, but you at least need to have somebody like me in there to balance it out so that you can really sell some of these clothes. Because the lady told me, oh, the hours, because, you know, business has been slow. And so, you know, is what one of the, because she was trying to, because I told her on that one time that I went, I said, this is going to be my last time because this bitch not going to get me the job. I already know. Because I know bitches like her. So, but on my way out the door, I told her, the chocolate sister who I liked, because I liked all the chocolate ones. I told her, I said, let me ask you something. She's not going to give me this job, is she? Why would you say it? Because she thinking, why would you say that? Because she was being sincere. Like, what would make you say that? And I'm like, she's not going to give me this job. I've been at this rodeo. I know what that is. She was like, well, you know, also we're having, you know, slower hours. So sometimes hours will get cut and all this other stuff. I said, and in my head, I'm saying, if you had a nigga like me here, the hours would be coming back because we would be selling these motherfucking clothes. The clothes are fucking cute, bitch. I would actually be shopping in here. And when I come to work, be wearing the brand of the clothes because, bitch, the girl's going to see me in it and say what you saw her say when I came to the interview. Where did you get that cowboy hat? You like my sandals? Oh, I need to get a scarf with it, don't I? Oh, I need to stop playing with you. You're going to have me spending all my money. What she telling me, something to that effect. Like, oh, I need to get out of here and stop playing with you. She couldn't take it. That I hadn't even gotten the job, clearly. And I'm saying, just by me showing up and just being authentic, this is what's going on. And she looking at that like, because she knowing it's going to be a full house flush, bitch. I'm about to flush you down the toilet. Absolutely. And you know what? Because you a nasty bitch with a nasty attitude, I would do it with pleasure. It's giving flute out, bitch. You got a nasty attitude and a chip on your shoulder, bitch. So I really don't give a fuck. Then I would have definitely came in here with all the wigs and made sure my makeup was done. I would have probably started getting my nails done just to get under this bitch skin to show her. And anybody who come in here cute, I'm getting his number. You know, like you want to make it a competition, but here's what she don't know. Here's what she don't know. I already made it up in my mind. May it be a lot. Well, we're gonna have a real pretty woman moment up in this motherfucker. Because here's what's gonna happen. Okay. Let me suffer through it with Allah. We're gonna get all this together. Inshallah, I'm gonna come through with this part-time. May it be Allah as well. But okay, let me get my money together. Let me show you something, sweetheart. Baby, I'm fixing. Let me wait till I come through with my next incarnation, bitch. And watch how I storm this palace. You ain't ever seen a bitch do it like me. And it's not even gonna be overdone. It's just gonna be an aura, bitch. And you're not gonna know what to do with yourself. Because she gonna be thinking he came here like he needed a job, but now look at her. She looking like $1 million. And girl, guess what? I'm gonna do it on a budget. Because I'm smart like that. Because I had to struggle and make nothing out of something. Or something out of fucking nothing, bitch. Because I had to do that for so long in my life, bitch. When I actually have some resources, sweetheart, I'm about to come through and storm these bitches. Oh, I can't wait. Girl, with them cheap clothes, first of all, the clothes are cute, but they are cheap. That's okay. As long as you take care of them, you probably get some mileage. But my point is, bitch, they're cheap. And so, can't wait. I'm coming there with a good $300, bitch. $300 there is like shutting down the place. So I'm coming through with $300. And I want to come in the palace and I want to be like, I'm going to be nice about it because that's what's going to make it classy. I'm not even going, because she's not even going, I'm going to get, matter of fact, I'm going to pay her. The only bitches I'm going to talk to are the chocolate women that I liked that were nice to me. I'm going to show this particular light skin. Ain't no light skin privilege this way. Because guess what? Your nose is pinched for blood. You give me Dwight Eubanks, sweetheart. Only I think that's her natural nose. I'm like, bitch, you look like a Whoville, bitch. She looked like one of them Dr. Seuss characters, sweetheart, bitch. I don't know where up along the line, bitch, you had the mix, but whoever you mixed it with was ugly because that nose is defunct, bitch. It don't even look realistic. It almost looks like a prosthetic the way she's curling up. It looks like Play-Doh stuck to the center of your face, bitch. You look like Mrs. Potato Head. You ain't even all that cute. That's the reason why you mad with me. And you coming in there with that raggedy ass weave, that ragged weave sitting over top of your head, bitch. That's why she couldn't take me. Because I'm going to come through and I'm going to give. Girl, it's going to be given. She did that. And I'm not going to be thinking about her like, please, I'm not, you're the manager, you're the boss. But you ain't the boss. Like, you're the boss, but you're not the boss of me. Like, not in the way where it's like, oh, what is such and such thing? Girl, I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I know I look good. In my spirit and in my soul, bitch. So I don't give a fuck about what you think. Am I different? Sure. But girl, please. And you know you living for it, and that's the reason why you can't take. Bitch, you like it. Okay. But back to this job, I'm saying, so I text her that. But the trauma, let me tell you about the trauma. See, this is the thing. In my heart, I know I wasn't wrong. I know I wasn't wrong. To tell her, here we go again. But because of all the shit I've been through, you be feeling like, even though you got the job, it's almost like you have to just sit around. Anybody else would have understood, no, you could reach out and say, hey, I'm checking in to see what's going on. But me, it's like, don't be a pest, be patient. This is beyond patient. Just like that first time, bitch, it was like 4 months before you bitches came back around talk about training. It don't take that long. You're full of it. Here it is. You got a bitch really out here trying to work. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I'm saying to Allah, I'm saying by them doing this, talking about this Whoville and this Mr. Clean reject, this black snow globe, magic defunct 8-ball, want to sit up here and give all the wrong predictions, bitch. That's the reason why your business is falling apart, bitch. You're a stupid old fool. How dare you? I'm coming in here, and this was right after my fight. I finished dealing with the police, and I take a shower and I rush down here just for you to be trying to judge me on my appearance, bitch. You don't know what's going on over here. The reason why I'm dressed like this, bitch, is because this is the only clean shit I have right now. But you can see that I'm clean. And you can see that I got some motherfucking muscles, bitch, can lift at least 50 pounds, bitch. You can see that I'm personal. You know that all your employees already fucking love me, bitch. You know that the clientele like me, bitch. When I be shopping, oh, I love you. Always when I wear my sombrero. Everywhere I go, whether it be, it's not the hat, boo. It's me. Because if another nigga would have worn the sombrero, you'd been laughing at him. You liked it because I had it on. How I rocked it. My confidence behind it is what you liked. And niggas just be jealous though. It's like, tell me, okay, how about this? Let's flip it. Tell me your reason for telling me no. Tell me a realistic reason to tell me no. They absolutely called those European parts back to fucking Sausageville, Broxworth, Germany, bitch. She need to take that nose back to the manufacturer. Because I don't even think those are European parts. I think those are like parts that was made somewhere in the Philippines and they stamped made in Paris. Like something about it is not quite right. I think she went and tried to get her work done. And like I said, I don't even think she got work done, to be real. That just might be genetics. That you have a weird ass nose. A weird, pointy, curvy ass nose, bitch. And she saw me walk up in there like, good morning. How you doing, my love? Yes. May I? Da-da-da-da. I don't give a fuck what no nigga think about me because I know how I show up in the world. Very respectful. Very above board. And you can't take me. Because you can see it all. You see it's inside. It's an inside thing. It's not my clothing. Girl, what? Huh? You know that. That's why you can't take me. Because you're the try it on type of hoe. You have to try things on for size. Bitch, shit is made to order where I come from. I don't have to worry about those things. Why? Because they're building it around me. Oh. Okay. Yeah. They built it around me, bitch. You build yourself around the moment. You build yourself around the situation. I don't have to do that. Okay? And by the grace of Allah, that's how it's always going to be. And a bitch like her understands that. That's why she didn't want me there. Because she looking at it like, even if he came in here and started selling a bunch of clothes, you don't think that that's going to trigger something in the system where it's like, what is going on down there in Atlanta? You don't think they're going to notice that all of a sudden y'all was moving so slow, you have to cut hours. Suddenly now it's all this business coming through. It's like one of them movies where I know I saw a movie like this. I just can't think. I'm seeing it in my head, but I don't know what the movie was. But what was the movie where it was a salon? Maybe it was a salon and maybe business was slow or something. And then somebody came, it was a hairstylist, and suddenly all the women wanted to get their hair cut by this man, or maybe it was a woman. I don't know, but I just have a vision of a movie that I saw. And I know I saw that, but I can't put my finger on what that movie was. But the point is that would have been me. Only it would have been selling clothes. It would have been, it was a tumbleweed in this bitch before. But now the word got out, like maybe it started slow. And then the word got out like, girl, you got to go to this particular shop because Miss Thing gonna get you right. And word started spreading. Next thing you know, I'm styling bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll wait out because we want to be seen by Miss Quadier as well. So we'll wait. Like she that's where her mind went. Her mind went into, he gonna get all the credit. They're gonna be wondering who's selling all these clothes. I'm gonna reach out to corporate though, whether I get the job or not, just to explain. You got a hating ass bitch. Actually, I'm gonna tell them the truth. I'm gonna be like, I could have sold all them clothes. I could have sold that. I could have sold the clothes off this bitch back. She look a mess, but I bet you I could get a bitch to want to wear her clothes. No, I wouldn't want to sell her clothes because they're ugly. But I could sell all y'all nice clothes. She don't know how to dress. So how can I sell her clothes when she don't know how to mark? She don't know how to drape herself. But you know, if I really wanted to, I could, but I don't want to do the clientele dirty. That's how we retain our clientele, because we sell them clothes that we know they're going to like, look good in, and photograph well in. Sweetheart, we're not going to sell you something that's going to have you looking like a impregnated beluga. We don't want you serving beluga escatrova, bitch. We want you to come through here and serve the children of the world. serve the plate that needs to be served when she needs to be served and on time. What did I tell you from the beginning? Delivery high and who you play too much. You got to listen. You got to keep up. Okay. So this bitch over here, Miss Whoville USA, she would have said, I'm like, bitch, you could never come for me, bitch. And my mom like, you just better be glad I'm a classy bitch. Because if I really want to slay you down, I could. Because I know you're not going to give me this job. But if I slay you, it's probably going to become a social media moment, which I'm not trying to have. Number one. Then number two, because right now, if I write corporate, I probably could still get the job. If I just explain it, like, hi, I applied for a job. I'll have ChatGPT help me, but I explained the case. And while I was there, I did this, I did that. And the clientele, you had people that wanted to buy from me and all these things were happening. And I low-key could merge that story with the 10 and below story. Because at the 10 and below, but you know why? It would have happened the same way at the other place. But the thing is you had so little business in that motherfucker that for the business that was there, they wanted my help. Like the girl who was buying her sandals, she was really the only customer in that big ass store. Because it's boring in here. You need to have a nigga like me to spice it up. But see, that's another thing. She could see, he would bring too much color in here. Because they have the music playing. They actually had good music playing. So I'm like, bitch, I could be working and dancing. I don't have to worry about earbuds because you have good music going. Win-win. You know what I'm saying? I can walk to this motherfucker. I could be to work on time because I like to be punctual. That's one thing about me. My mom, we were different in that way, but she said, you get that from your dad. But the point is, I'm like, boom, I could be early because I like to show up places early. I like to be on time. I don't like showing up late because I get anxiety. If I'm late someplace, I get anxiety. I don't care what it is. Whether it be a job or anything. It just bothers me to be late. Be like, damn, now I got to walk in. When I walk in, they're going to be turning around like, oh, you're late. Because everybody's already in place. Like, I don't want to be the bitch to walk in and everybody's turning around like, oh. See, it's funny because you know how some people are like, oh, I want to show up late so I can be seen. I'm the opposite. I like to be one of the first people at the event. I know that's not the usual thing, but again, I'm just a different kind of person. I like to see people coming in. And then I like for the room to be kind of empty when I first get there so I can kind of get comfortable in the space the way I want, have a drink or two, start dancing around on my own. And then as people are coming in, it's just, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being like, I'm walking into a packed room. That to me is the opposite of what I like. I don't mind the room getting packed, but I don't want to get there and it's already packed. Like I'm walking up to a space and it's like, I don't know how to explain that, but I don't like it. That's what I do know. That's why when I see shows where people are like, oh, they want to be fashion. I'm like, I never understood being fashion. To me, it's not fashionable to be late. Because now to be fashionable, you have to be easy and sensual and soft and just confident and all that. But to me, when you're late someplace, that fucks everything up because now you're like you're frantic and you're anxious. How is that fashionable? Anxiety. Oh, I thought I heard something. I mean, I did hear something, but it wasn't what I thought I was hearing. So right, unless something was really going on. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that's that on that. Then, with my tenants, I'm like, this is the price of being an entrepreneur, but it's like the young lady, we had to cut that short. Yesterday when I was live, towards the end of the show, she was pulling up. We had a good conversation, but I just had to make it clear because I'm saying, I'm breaking my back to pull all this together. And in less than a month, to a room that all my hard work in that room, to stage that room, and you have torn this room down. Looks like a homeless person lives here. It's like, to me, it's like a homeless mentality. You know what I'm saying? You're disrespecting my home, you're disrespecting my property, and you're doing this to a Black man that gave you a chance. You're not honoring anything that I gave you a discount. You're the only person here who pays weekly confirmation, which I prefer monthly, so I could just pay all my bills outright instead of, okay, when I get my money this week, then I can pay this. Then when I get it this week, I don't like doing things that way. But I saw that you needed help and I have this opportunity and I decided to help you. You assured me, oh yes, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. And from the beginning, you couldn't. So I'm like, to me, it's giving grifter. I mean, I'm very straightforward. I'm like, it's giving grifter. It's like you knew you couldn't handle it. And I forewent a lot of things because I knew. But I didn't need to know all your personal business because I really wanted to give you an opportunity. But this will be a lesson learned. No. I mean, tearing up my backyard, tearing up the bedroom. It's ridiculous. I mean, on 2 different ends of the mattress, the dogs, number one, they totally tore up that new bedspread that I bought. Totally ripped up and shredded. 2 ends of the mattress, there's holes and cotton is sticking out of 2 ends of the mattress where the dogs have torn holes. I'm like, and you can't afford to replace any of this. And at this point, and it's like, no, you can't get your shit together here. This is where you come to stabilize, not figure your shit out. And I'm not doing that for you, respectfully. I care, but I also care about me. And you came into something that was moving in a direction and you aligned yourself with that. But if you can't, you see how I'm moving. There's a standard. And I'm like, you're shitting on all over my work, my hard work. You know what I'm saying? And she's, you know, she has her story, her background, but respectfully, like I told her, that's personal. I hear you, but all I keep hearing are a bunch of excuses. Because you saying, oh, I hear, because her thing to me was, you know, I never had anyone to help me ever in life for an extended amount of time for any reason through an inheritance or this or that. And I hear you. But the reason why you probably don't have the help is because of how you treat the help when it comes. Because I'm not going to feel, I feel bad that was your lot, but I don't feel bad enough that I'm going to let you destroy my home because you feel nobody really actually owes you anything. You're an adult. And I'm willing to give you the opportunity, but when you're showing me that you're not really up to stand to this, like you don't want to stand up to this, then I have to withdraw my vote. And she understood, so you know, and I'll give her that. That's one thing I will give her. She takes the criticism and all that. And also because even though I'm straightforward, I'm not an asshole. Like, I'm like, it is what it is. It ain't working. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, your dogs are staying at my house. So she removed the dogs yesterday. And they were sweet dogs. I feel bad about that. But as sweet as they are, I don't care about that. I have a very clear direction that I'm going in. And it's either you can do that or you can't. And like I told her, I'm like, you got to be honest with yourself. If you can't honor what our contract is, you got to make other plans. You can't be here. And especially destroying my house. And it's like, oh, you know, the reason is because of this and I didn't make any money and all that. That may be true, but that's not my problem. And right now you're making it my problem. And it's like, if I want to help you, I have to sacrifice myself. Absolutely not. We're beyond that. And I don't have any reservation in saying no to that or anything else that doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. So that's what happened when I wrapped up the show yesterday. And you know, like I say, she has talent. She can sing. She's a beautiful girl. She has a lot of things going for her, but she got to pull her shit together. And that's something that she has to want. Because clearly, you see, I gave you every opportunity, and look what you did with it. You tore my house up and neglected those dogs. And that's why, because I'm like, it's been like 3 days. She's saying she came home. It don't matter. The point is from what I can see, you ain't been here in 3 days. And you're expecting for everybody else to take care of these dogs. And that's irresponsible. And I'm not doing it. And if you don't come and tend to these dogs, I'm going to consider it abandonment and they'll be off my property. I was very clear about that. Because you thinking, oh, he loves animals, so he's not going to let them starve. No, I won't. I'll just call animal control to come and pick them up. A tenant abandoned their dog. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not gonna be that grandma where it's like, oh, you had the baby, but now the grandma's taking care of the baby. I don't do that. I love animals, but these are your responsibility. She's not a bad person, but she did take advantage of the situation, and it was a learning lesson for me. I'm like, I'll cut my losses. I'm okay. I'm like, I know you don't have the money to replace the stuff. That's fine, but you do have to leave because I'm not. It's too much. It's too much, and it's disrupting my peace, and it's totally unfair, especially at this hour when I'm trying to pull everything together for you to think that you can come tear up my space and live here for free. That's a grifter. That's a squatter. That's a bum. That's bum behavior. And that's that. And like I told him, I'm like, right now I like you, but you need to make a move before that changes. Because I think she's okay. Like in the future, if I get an opportunity where I can rope her in, but we can't live together because that's what's gonna make me not like you. Because I'm gonna be looking at you like you're a user and you take advantage of good people. That's why I'm like, I want you to remember that. Because right now, when you're shitting on my work, you're shitting on the work of a Black man who saw something in you and gave you a chance. Remember that. Not just anybody out here. I'm struggling myself. I have things that I'm trying to accomplish myself. And I was willing to take that loss because it's not just about money over here. I wanted to give you a shot. So when you crying about, oh no, you don't have help, it never lasts, you need to look in the mirror. Because for me to be feeling this way, I know that I'm like, and she knows, she admitted that herself. I know you are fair and all this. Okay. Because I just want you to know that by me feeling like this, it's because, trust me, you are taking advantage, whether you mean to or not. Because other than family, where can you live for free? And it's and there's only so much I can do to help you. I'm not your father. And even if I was, that would still be true. All this talent, you got to pull it together. I'm like, you're young, you have time, but you need to start thinking, what is it that you're really trying to do? Because you're not going to get too many opportunities with niggas who want to help you and don't, other than what we agreed to in our paperwork. But you don't have to sleep with me. You don't have to do anything weird with me. I'm not all up in your business. It's not going to get too much easier than that. All you have to do is take care of that space and have your little rent. But like I said, I wish her well because I don't see her as a bad person. She's young, but she ain't that young. She's an adult. But I understand she's had her challenges. But it's beyond my pay grade. It's beyond my pay grade. I will show you a picture. Let me see if I have a before and after picture. Because I know that I do. It's just crazy to me. This is what they did to the backyard. You see all that cotton on the ground? All this shit. They done tore up all the outdoor furniture. You probably can't see, but they even have shit in the back. Like, let me see if I have another picture. So this is further down in the backyard. You see all this right here in the corner? That's more lawn furniture and cotton. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at this shit. All throughout my backyard. I'm out there daily having to clean up after her dogs. Cotton all throughout the backyard. Just different shit they done drug out from different places. And then it was just too many things. She was just young, but it don't matter about young. Her dog going in another tenant's room and shitting, diarrhea. I made her clean that because I'm like, I didn't already cleaned up 3 different times in one day. Your dog diarrheaing, taking shits down in the room. I'm trying to clear out for a new tenant. This not going. It's becoming a problem. Like, But hold on. Let me get to that bedroom because that's the part where I was like, girl, bye. Okay. This was what it looked like when I handed it off. Do you see this? I'm trying to get it clear. I took my painting out of here. You see how I'm taking all of my personal effects and moving it into the it's like I'm sacrificing all of my shit. I'm taking artwork out of my office, soon to be bedroom, to stage these other rooms so it can look nice and comfortable. This would it look like. Let me see. This would it look like. You see, why is it blurry? Am I tripping? It seemed blurry to me. Well, whatever. You can kind of see that, right? Okay, now look. I'm like, disrespect. Let me give you another picture. Hold on. Here's from another angle. You see that? This is what it looked like. Okay. This person came into my house, and unless it wasn't even, look, one of her dogs tore up one of my artifacts. It was just too much. Okay. Where is the picture of the bedroom? Look at this shit. Can you see that? Hold on. Look at it. It's a slum. It's a fucking slum now. Look at the bed. You see how it has cotton and holes ripped there? All this trash on the bed. It's cotton ripped out on this side. It's like, it's ridiculous. This is the bed with the sheets all ripped up and just dirty and just a mess. That's what you did to my hard work in less than a month. I'm going out of my way to pull all this together, taking my own personal beds and putting them in these bedrooms, like willing to sleep on a couch, making sacrifices. And you treat my space like this, you got to go. And you're, as a woman, I don't know, it don't even matter. Like, if this was a nigga living like this, you got to go. But somehow it just hits me different to see a dirty woman like that. Like, I'm thinking she gonna bring some like divine feminine in here, and you coming in here bringing a slum. I'm like, nah. I like you, but it's not working for me. I'm doing too much to make this shit work and trying to be too fair and everything. And here you come taking advantage of my kindness. You come and disrespect my space like this. You have your dogs fucking up my backyard, shitting all throughout my house. The room looks like a homeless person lives there. I told her that. I'm like, you have to clean this room. You have to go. Her boyfriend came and she didn't even clean it. Her boyfriend cleaned it. So I was like, this is not gonna work. She too young-minded. I thought I could help, but this is my problem. Let Allah. You sometimes you get in people. She got things she got to figure out and learn. She can't learn it here. She don't. I'm not co-signing that. Like, yeah, while you figure out, just destroy shit you can't pay for. That's beyond what your deposit is going to cover. Everything, all the damage. And I could go down the list, but I don't feel like it because, like I said, I don't want to kick her while she's down. Bottom line is that she got to go. Then the other tenant, I'm telling him he got one more day this whole month, and I'm going to reach out to this organization. I'm like, I don't know if this nigga is, I don't know what's going on with him. Y'all paid for him to move in. He never moved in. He has the key to, and I'm like, here we go again. I'm about to change the locks. Because you know how I don't play. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not about to chase you bitch down for a key. Locks changed. Contract terminated, bitch. I'm not about to play weird games. You abandoned the property. Like, you never took Tennessee. You never moved in. So, and my thing is, if you reaching out to an organization to pay for your rent, that means you don't have that kind of money. So how are you paying for another place? You were supposed to be stacking your bread this month. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that next month, so it's giving me, this nigga not gonna pay his rent next month because he never moved in. He's in his mind, he's thinking, so, but what he don't know is I've learned a lot in this process. But the point is, I'm like, and this nigga is older than me. So that just goes to show you, young and now older. And he's doing things that to me are weird. Like, when I say weird, it's like, Every time I would reach out, okay, are you moving in today? Oh yeah, I should be around this time, that time. That time, this time comes around, no call, no show. I have to reach out. Is everything okay? Oh, it's like, are you a drug addict? To me, I'd be thinking like, are these niggas crackheads? Because to me, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, but it's just be like weird. This is not a normal behavior for a bitch who's really trying to transition and move into a space. You're not gonna keep, especially when you have someone who's being as helpful as I'm being, you'll be like, oh, good, that should make the move easier. But it's like, oh, with this new program in the school, it's always this reason. I'm like, is this nigga on drugs? So it's like, I'm dealing with her, I'm dealing with these dogs, I'm dealing with this dude, trying to figure out what's gonna happen next month with him. And at the same time, I gotta prepare. You see what I'm saying? This is all happening simultaneously. It's not, oh, let me deal with this first and then deal with this second. This is all happening at one time. Then I got the new girl, inshallah, who's moving in tomorrow. Am I correct on that? Or maybe it's Saturday. I have to look at that. I have to see what she said. Maybe, but it don't matter about that because we can figure that out. But it's just like, when people see me, they see me here and I'm talking and blah, 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 but they're not understanding all the shit. And then on top of managing all those things I just told you, this person, her dogs, dealing with what's going on with that, then keeping up with this nigga to see what's going on with that, and then getting her paperwork, getting her room clear, all of these things. Then what's going on with this fucking job? Because what's going on? It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and bitch, if I would have started my training when I got hired, or even a week later, or something that was reasonable, by now I would have a steady check coming in. So regardless whether I got rid of that tenant or not, it would have been okay. But these are the games that people are playing with real people's lives. I'm like, bitch, what's good? Because you playing now. To me, this is coming across as a fucking game. And it would give me more freedom, because then it would be like, okay, we want to have full occupancy, but we can slow it up a little bit because I have some money coming in as well. But instead, it's more like, I got the job. Now I got to chase a bitch down and start working. Why are you hoes so fucking dumb and ratchet? Then if I come frustrated, then it's like, oh, it's like I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm not doing anything wrong. You're actually doing it wrong. The fuck? I'm a grown-ass man with real fucking bills, bitch. Not a child. I don't live with my grandma or some shit where it's like, oh, if I don't get a job, I can just, I'm here, the head of the household, running this shit. So it's like, stop playing. I'm like, what? But I come across so like, I guess they take me like, oh, I don't know how they fucking take me, and I really don't give a fuck. It's aggravating. I'd be like, and that's what I'm saying. It don't even matter. But the point is it's a lot of cool shit going on right now. I'm wanting to get all this shit locked in so I can enjoy the season. Although I know my mom would say, enjoy it no matter what. I hear you. But I still am me. And for me to really want to enjoy things the way I want to, I don't want to be, I want to know what I'm doing. I want to know that I got money coming in for the tenants that I have. Whoever I have, I want to have. I want them to respect my home. And I don't want to be chasing nobody down for rent. I can send reminders, but with her, she don't have the money. I'm like, girl, that's okay, but you can't be here. It's too much. It's too much. It's just too much. You're a nice person. But the living together is not gonna work because I'm gonna resent you, and I know that. And by the end, if we keep trying to make this work, by the end of it, I'm not gonna see you the same. I'm not gonna like you because I'm gonna feel like you took advantage of someone who really tried to help you, and I don't fuck with that. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of resources. So for the shit I do have, I try to take care of it. That's not your bed. That's my bed. And it's not like I just have a bunch of beds. I don't even have a bed now, right now. And for the beds that I do have, you have your dogs tearing my shit up. It don't matter. Then you need to figure it out because it's not my problem. Oh, I used to have a kennel. You used to. You don't have it now. What are we going to do now? Because this not going to go on. I'm telling you now. They'll have to get off my property. It's like I have to be very, and I be trying to be nice with people because but at the end of the day, you have to be clear. Like, and early on, I was giving her warnings. And I was trying to be softer about it. But as the time go on, and anytime I was talking, I'm like, I have to be clear with you. I want to be very clear. I was always nice about it, but I was always very that way. Like, listen, my patience and grace for all of this is going to run thin quickly. I'm not a person who, like, here we go again, another person who wants to use my dishes. If you don't know how to wash and put my dishes back where you got them. See, I'm not the neatest person. Once I get things going, I can maintain it. But it takes me a long time because, not really. When I say it takes me a long time, let me be more clear. When I'm in this type of season, meaning when I'm doing major moves, transitioning total rooms from an office to a bedroom and all these major things, and I zone in on that, by the time I finish all that, and even in the middle of it, a lot of other things will fall off because it's like this major mountain I'm trying to move. So of course I can't think about, oh, let me trim the hedges. Bitch, I'm moving Mount Kilimanjaro right now. I'm etching something in the side of a mountain or something major to where I don't have time to how I would normally if I wasn't doing that. I like for my kid, and my mom got me on that. Because in the beginning, I wasn't the neatest person. It's like I was neat once, like I just explained, but really that was my mom. She was more neat than me, although she would disagree. I feel like now I'm neater than her because there were things that were from me through the depression that built up in terms of me cleaning the house. But once I got past my mess, my mom had some mess too. It wasn't as much as mine, but she did. Like in them cabinets, some of them seasoned spices, I'm like, have we had this since the year 2000? Trash. Some of them spices were in the back of there, it seemed like since we moved there. It was like there were areas of the house that even she forgot about. So I was like, so now she would be like, no, Quadir, you're neater than me because you actually went into the cabinets and cleaned them, bleached them, did this, did that, things that I never did. So you actually went above my standard. I know she would say that. But the point is, in general, she definitely was neater. But my point is, right now, this room, it's not where it needs to be because first I have to worry about the tenants. I got to clear her room. Once I get that done, and then we got to close the debt. And then once I close the debt, then I can start saying, let's buy some shelves. We need to buy a bed frame. I already have that all in my Amazon cart, but it has to wait because there's a list. And right now, getting a bed is not on my list. It's there, but it's way down behind getting caught up on bills, getting a part-time, getting the tenants, getting the refrigerator, which this is what I'm saying. This is my first time using Facebook Marketplace, but I'm saying everybody else has told me, oh, it's so easy. It's so this, it's so that. And you know what? I'm lying. Before this, I used it one other time recently. So when I looked for the fridge, the time before that was when I was looking into the braids. these braids that I got, I didn't find this person on Facebook Marketplace, but I have reached out to a person on Facebook Marketplace who I was seeing the miles, they weren't far away, but I didn't go end up with that person. So, but that was for hair. This is my first time doing it for like appliances and shit, which that's what everybody was telling me about. Like, oh, you need to go on Facebook Marketplace and they got washers and all kinds of shit. And maybe I need to look into a washer too. Actually, while I'm talking, I'm like, shit. But here's my point. It don't matter. I'm saying, okay, this brother, when I first reached out to him, I was just inquiring. I wanted, because I didn't know, how does it work? So what is it? You come, I cash app you like, what is the process? Because this is new to me. You know. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to load it up on the truck now. Like he was saying, like he was about to deliver it right then. And I'm like, no, don't do it now. I don't have your money yet. But I will, God willing, soon. So from then to now, when I got the money, remember we had that Powerball seed drop. Well, of course, I'm hearing my mother, when you have the money, get it, pay the bill, do this, do what you can when you have the money. And I'm gonna get some water. That's what I was grabbing this cup for. Well, I guess hold on, I have a sink in here. It won't be cold, but yeah, this fridge. So now I have the money. This is the part that is annoying to me. Now I have the money. I'm hitting this nigga up. Do I need to call him? You're annoying me. Like, bro, why? When I didn't have the money, you were loading, just by me asking the question, you put in the fucking fridge on the truck. Now I have the money, and where are you? You're annoying me. I'm just trying to like take care of business. Let's move on. How I don't want to keep talking about this fucking fridge or even this washer, because now I'm thinking I want to look into these washers. Because if I budget it right, we can do both, is how I see it. Because remember I told you my washer, and I want to get, what did he call it? A non-aggregate? I forget what he called it. I want one of the ones that don't have that pole in the middle, because people don't know how to load up a washing machine, and they'll put they'll put like a bunch of shit on one side, and then on another side, it need to be balanced, bitch. Because if it's not balanced, when the water gets soaked into it and it starts spinning, you're going to make the shit spin off the track because it's too much weight to a side. You got to even it out. But people don't think about that. So to keep it simple, bitch, let's just oh, I'm like, what did I came on here. Okay. Okay, because it don't even got to be fancy, boo. It needs to work. Okay. Top load. That's what I'm used to, as a top load washer, but front load is cute. She don't gotta be though. I ain't pressed. She really don't gotta be. Just listed $85. She look a little dirty, but as long as she work, does she work? See, that's my question. You hoes. That's what scares me about this. Like, if it don't work, then it's like, well, you have to enter at your own risk. They want to sell the set for $350, bitch, but I don't need the set. Okay, now this one is $50. Okay, well, she still have that thing in the center, but for $50, I might get over it. It says top load washing machine in good working condition. Pick up in Clarkson. See, I would have to hire some. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. Could it fit in my car? I just don't want to go through these changes because then, even if it could, once and then I know me. No, it's not gonna work. I need delivery. There's no way I can pay for delivery if I paid an extra $50 because all that would be worth it to me because then it would just be $100. I can do that. That's what I'm saying. This is just too much. Like, girl, can I pay for delivery? Anybody got what do you think this is? I'm tired of picking shit up. I'm tired of doing all this heavy lifting, bitch. It's like, And this nigga with this fridge, you about to piss me off. I'm moving on to someone else. I already looked up some other bitches, but these bitches not responding either. And I'm saying, okay, Lord, something's in the water. Get these bitches out my way because I'm sick of these hoes now. I'll tell you. I am sick of these bitches right about now. What do you mean? Hello? Are you trying to get paid tonight? While I have the money, bitch, stop playing around. And who's delivering? I need delivery service. I really do. I don't even think that's, and see someone, she's so diva, girl. Look at her. Girl, please. Honey boo. You said the Sony refrigerator, perfect for college or personal use. Only used once. No damages. How many shelves? I at least need 3. How big is this? Perfect for college. That means it's low-key smaller. I don't need a gargantuan size, I guess. I feel like this picture is manipulative. I don't want it. Because I feel like this picture not being honest. Like, how big is the fridge, bitch? Stop playing. Because it looked full size, but the way he shot it, it looks kind of mini. And then I noticed the duffel bag was sitting next to it. And I'm saying, how come the duffel bag looks so high? That shows me this is a smaller fridge, bitch. How much? Now, this looked like a regular fridge, $400, okay? Frigidaire. Okay, but let me see what's very good fridge, okay? Do you have delivery service? It just be seeming crazy. I'm like, Allah, isn't it weird? Don't you think it's funny? Anyway, do y'all do delivery? Can I pay for delivery service? Like what I look like? I'm about to really sit up here and get what? Oh, let me get it. You, girl, you got the wrong bitch for that. No, ma'am. No, you're making it up now. That's not happening. No. Now, I can maybe see me doing a chair or something, like a decent sized chair that I got maybe from Ross or something. But by the time you start talking about a washing machine, girl, you tripping. It don't matter if it can fit in my car. You're missing the point. How, bitch? No. Too much physical. And then I gotta, no. How am I gonna get it off the truck? It's all cute till we have to get this bitch off the truck. And then what? What am I gonna spin it? Like just like keep flipping it until it gets to the door? Or are you expecting me to put it on my shoulder and walk it to the girl, please? It's dumb. Anybody got time for that? bitch, somebody needs to be doing delivery service. I can't believe this. I just be really thinking like, now I have the money, Lord, and I'm really trying to, let's get ahead of this, because I know no matter what, inshallah, whatever happens with these two tenants, the gay one, and we already know the young lady, inshallah, she's transitioning out, but I know my business is going to grow if I keep working it. So I need that fridge as an investment. Even if we lose some tenants, I know that inshallah we'll get those spaces filled. So I need to prepare for that. Like, I need that refrigerator. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. And I'll need that washer as well. But I need that fridge before I need the washer. So if I have to choose, refrigerator. Let's do the refrigerator. And then, it's so much. So all this exciting, fun shit and cool, all these opportunities, see, that's what I'm saying. On one hand, the part I'm frustrated about is the money part in my business. On the other end of my life, things are blossoming right now. So that's the reason why I want to be prepared. I want some money so I can, when I need to be able to do things, I can do them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be worried about my bills. Bills need to be taken care of. But I haven't even transitioned that money into my bank account. It's just sitting in Cash App, because if I put it in my bank account, it's going to get ate up. And then maybe I'll have like $50 left. I don't know. Because remember, DoorDash took $96 for that fucking bullshit that they did. So that cut into the budget. Then I think it was negative 170 something. So I just don't want the money to get ate up. And honestly, inshallah, mommy's money will clear that. This money, though, I want it to be used to invest, not to clear out a debt. This money I want now. I was hoping, but it don't even matter about that. It don't even matter. Truly, I want this money to be used as an investment. The refrigerator and the washer, if it's feasible. But absolutely the refrigerator. And it's just killing me that it's just weird to me. I'm like, who goes through these kinds of challenges? I have the money. I'm ready to buy the product. Nobody don't want to sell it to me, girl. You must be joking. You're joking. It's not real. To me, this is not real. Confirmation. It's not real. Anybody else would have been able to get that fridge the same day that they wanted it. I have to hit up multiple people, and it's like, you bitches you're dumb. Okay, that's okay. I don't have to understand everything, though. It's a lot of things for me not to understand. That's cool. It's just I be wondering, like, what the fuck? I'm ready to move forward with everything. My business, my creativity, my whatever there is for me to do, I'm ready to do it. I mean, good about the business of doing it. Girl, do you know I ordered that cereal, but didn't order no milk? Girl. I'm just kind of really surprised at all the things I'm balancing right now. And on a level, but Allah works in mysterious ways. I see the situation there, but with the young lady, I don't understand it yet. I do understand it on a level in terms of sometimes it's not really about them, it's about you. It's maybe what Allah wanted to see, what I would do with that, like what my heart would be towards something like that. And so it could have just been for that reason. It wasn't meant for you to necessarily stay with this person. It was just we wanted to see that if you could give someone a chance, if you would. Like in this way. You've given chances in other ways, but in this way. So, but I imagine there's more to it than that, because Allah knew, of course. Maybe it was for me to see it. Like, okay, I know that I have the capacity to empathize and whatever else, put myself in someone else. I wish I, but but I know that about me. So that's why I think it's something deeper than that, because I already know that about me. Like, if I can help, if I can really do something to help, then okay. Dolly Parton died at 80. Tim Curry passed away at 80. That's giving me 88. And then this earthquake that triggered this tsunami, to me, I see that a certain way. I really do. You're not going to, sometimes it's more obvious to know when, but anytime something of significance, a passing, something will occur. Not necessarily, and it don't have to necessarily be people dying, or it's just something will occur. You just have to kind of know what you're looking for, because it's like the world explaining that something has happened. But there's stuff happening on a spiritual level that I don't fully have the answers to, only that I'm seeing. I'm like, okay. But I am really excited, even though, like, outside of the business stuff, all that I was telling you guys about was all business shit, honestly. Getting a job, working, getting stable, like that was all like more financial business. But on another note, I really wish I could talk more about it. But, and maybe at some point, I'm sure at some point I will, but in a different way that is different. Because, and I can't even talk about that. But bottom line is, if the law allows, things are going to get cool and blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of crazy how everything, and it's weird because it's like, it's what I expected, but it's not what I expected. I feel like I've heard people say that before. And until you kind of get into something like that, it be feeling like, what do you mean? It's what you expected, but not what you expected. But now I feel like I understand that better. Like I get it. Because I feel like that's where I'm at. I feel like in a way my life is that way. It's like, it's what I thought, but not what I thought. Like, I'm who I thought I would be. I'm what I wanted to be, but it looks different than what I thought when I was younger. But in truth, sometimes when I think about video games, like certain characters that I like to play, because I feel like they're like the character that most people don't play, I see myself that way. I'm like, I'm so happy to be this person. This seemed like the type of person that most people would be like, wouldn't have signed up to play this character. For whatever the reasons. But I'm glad that I am the one that got chose. And it's not a video game where it's like, okay, someone else gets to play Quadir now. Now someone else. I'm like, I am Quadir. That's crazy. And I like this avatar. Like, I'm like, I like the person. I like who he is. I like everything about this. I like the genuine story. I like the genuine effort. I like everything. I like where I'm going. I like who I am, how I look, where my head is at, my thoughts. I just really like the person that I am. But I still look different. Think. It's different than what I thought, but it's what I thought. I'm who I thought I would be. It's just, wow. And I can't believe it. That's really interesting to me. But anyway, aside from that, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long, because how long we been on here? An hour and a half. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of share about that, and then kind of vent about some of this shit. Like, hello, can't believe it. No one's responding to the. That's like, hello, can you deliver the fucking fridge or not? Y'all bitches make me so sick. It's almost like the devil is like, he's getting too close. He's becoming too clear. He's moving too well. It's going too well. Like, so now some shit that normally would just be easy is turning into. Let me see what she's talking about. I understand why I have to be so secretive this season. It's just, damn, I feel like other than God, who can I talk to? And with God, even though God responds back, it's not the same way that we do. So it don't. Sometimes I be wanting to say it to a human. But in truth, I feel like when I'm talking with God, I don't feel no hatred, like no jealousy, obviously, because God is the one who gave me the opportunity. So it don't be feeling like it's low-key hate. But when I keep imagining me talking about it to someone I would know in person, I just sense. Remember, I told my one senior neighbor, and it was just I could tell. Like, I'm like, wow. Senior citizens, people my age, younger people, it's just I can't catch a break. I think I can, but it's just so far it's been like, wow. It was just the way she was, her energy, like the way she was looking. It was giving like, because the way the whole situation happened, you can't, I mean, it's something out of it, but that's how I wanted it to make it poetic, of course. Something out of a movie. If she would have told me something, it don't even matter. I don't even care. But the point is I'm telling you right now, I'm not crazy. I know it was like it was just like, I want to say, but I feel, I'm going to just say, it's almost like the feeling was, why, like, I like when you come in here and then be stressed. You're trying to pull the house together, tenants, and then she'll tell me positive things. God is going to work it out. Da, da, da. But then when I come to you telling you how God worked it out, now with the tenants, she's more happy about it, I guess. But with this other thing, it was more like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel she was happy for me on a level. People are just, but it's almost like, why? I didn't want it to go that good for you. I did want it to go good so you wouldn't be struggling per se. But I didn't want something like this where it's like, yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, and then I heard God being like, now do you see why we said keep it, just I know that you're used to sharing things, but this time just try something different. And I'm trying to honor that because I get it. Because when people don't respond the way you feel that they ought to, like, and it don't even have to be like a crazy, oh my God, but just like, wow, you know what? You really deserve that. Congratulations. It be coming across weird, like what her energy was. And I'm like, then it be making you feel like not as happy about good news because you're still happy about it, but you just you be thinking weird shit like, why, you know? And I should have just kept it to myself. Like Allah said. Because then what? What am I going to tell her? Oh, on Tuesday it was incredible. Like, I'm not about to, because I feel like that would make her more like, and I'm not, to me sharing good news is not me trying to rub it in. I was just wanting someone who believes in God and who I feel cares about me to tell, like, girl, guess what? But everybody not meant to have the same type of support system. We're going to see. But like I said, I'm definitely going to this time do it different and not be so quick to be like, guess what happened? No. We've done that so many times in the past, and then it was just like, mm-mm. Oh, I'm tired. I've been working so hard. And then this lady. What is this? Of course. I ain't tripping. Bismillah. Bismillah. Ciao. Yeah. It's raining. Well, it was raining earlier, so it's kind of, hopefully it rains again. I like rain. Regardless, I kind of want to go outside, get some air, think, probably rest. I've been trying to, chill. Because again, cabin fever, I'm like, so much cool shit is brewing right now, and I need to make sure I have my money right. And it's just crazy. Well, I'm trying to see if I can say this. Nah. I don't know how to say too much without saying too much. Anyway. Hmm. What? Girl, please. That's some scam shit. Get off my email, bitch. Oh my god. Like Allah, I'm trying to see what you want me to do with these puzzle pieces because I'm keep trying in my mind. I'm like, what is the thing to do here? Like, what would be the smarter angle to come at this? Okay. That was Monday. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Scorpio, what?
Loving this energy. I must say it is very rare to get the masculine and the feminine card to come out at the same time, especially one after another. This is really beautiful, and I feel like the level of self-worth that you are now sitting in and the way that you are honoring yourself, that self-love, the way that you're applying this, the way that you are not necessarily leaking out that energy to just anyone. You're very decisive and you're very clear on what you will accept and what you will not accept.
Okay.
And you have gotten past the point of like other people's judgments, other people's opinions on your ability to do this. Some people call this selfish. I call this self-worth. So the fact that you're able to sit there and choose yourself over and over and over, that is empowering. That is very empowering. The first card that you got is celibate, and it says no access denied, honoring you, self-worth. Like the level of standard that you're holding yourself to now is next level. And this is a very empowering place to sit because that is what you're magnetically attracting in. You've got love. You've got love that is coming through. This is coming through after a period of healing the heart space, whether there's been betrayal, whether there's...
First of all, this is a long ass Instagram video. I thought this was going to be like a short 30-second thing. I didn't realize. Then I'm looking at the bottom. I'm like, oh, how long is this going for? I didn't know you could post long shit like this on Instagram, but it don't matter. The point is in this new situation, when she say love, new love is coming, the only thing I can think is this new situation that I can't talk about. I could see, I don't even want to think about it because honestly, I would rather God just surprise me.
Been some level of deceit, or there's just been something here where I'm just seeing like the Three of Swords energy. Something here has been quite difficult and it has taken a lot of time. I'm getting that specifically. It's taken a lot of time to overcome this, but it's almost like the only person, maybe once upon a time there was a belief.
Hold on. Oh shit. She sent me a long. I just spoke this. This is that thing I was telling you about. I'm gonna get back to Miss Thing. Hold on, let me.
That you needed someone to be able to come in.
Can
and
I read
heal
this
your
on my
heart,
computer?
or you needed XYZ to heal you, or to fill
Yep.
this gap.
Okay.
You figured out that the only energy that's going to be able to heal you is your own blueprint. Like, this is your own healing hands that's able to hold you to the level that you need to be held. Like, I heard this not long ago, that you were born into this world with these two hands, right? These hands have carried you through so much. These hands have held you. These hands have held those that you love. These hands have held grief. These hands have held pain. But they've carried you through absolutely everything. These little prints on your fingertips, these are your blueprints. And these are the blueprints that have healed your heart. So commend yourself to where you are, because you did this. And that's not selfish. That's self-worth. You've got divine masculine, protector, assertive, driven, leader. And then you've got divine feminine, compassionate, understanding, patient, belief. And then you have this beautiful crown chakra that's showing up, intuition, third eye, higher perspective. I feel like even that, the shift of your perspective is that you're not necessarily absorbing what it is that your two eyes can see. You're trusting in what this eye is able to see, because you're dialed in. You're connected in. Massively outgrown some situations here and some people. All right, tell me about this love that's coming through. Tell me about this love.
I can't. What can I say? Is there anything I can say?
The Hierophant.
That situation I was telling you about, that's what I just got hit up about. What can I say? Can I say this, Allah? I don't know. That's maybe part of the trauma too. Because I'm like, what do I feel safe to say? I almost feel like I don't want to, until shit is rocking and rolling. See, if I wasn't worrying about the finances and the business, I could just totally. It's like 1 minute I go from total excitement, then I start thinking, but I gotta get these tenants together. The fridge. Gosh. This is not gonna last for always. I need these niggas with this fucking refrigerator to. Okay. We gonna see. Because you about to piss me off. You just don't know that. You are about to piss me off. Hi, sweetheart. Did y'all hear her? Theo? Let me show you. Maybe if I can maneuver this and without waking her up. Damn. Hey, Theo. I love you. I love you, Theo. What can I say? It's gonna work itself out. That's the part I need. That just hit me. Over here stressing with the fridge. I'm trying to get the. You're gonna get the fridge. Inshallah, it's gonna go the way it needs to go. Drinking that fucking soda. Now I got another pimple. I have another one somewhere. Oh. Like, oh my God. But it don't even matter about that. You know, another thing I think too, it was the makeup that I wore the other day. I think I need to find a lighter way. I'll figure it out, honestly. If it's lost, well, that is. Did I ever show y'all that I bought these makeup brushes? Or brushes. What do you call this? Sponges? Or blenders? Excuse me. See, this is what I don't like though. Warning, cancer and reproductive harm. What does that mean? I don't like stuff like that. What are you talking about? See what I'm saying? How I got excited and then I flipped it and it's some dumb shit. What does that mean? See, and then it says P65 warning. Girl, what is this? Hold on. Just because I want to finish hearing what she got to say, but I want to see something real quick. What the fuck is this? What? You can't see how this is stupid. Also, Prop 65 is usually broad. A warning is about potential exposure, not a declaration that the product itself causes cancer under normal use. Why would you be vague about something like that? It says, for a makeup brush set, the triggering chemical could potentially be any component. You need to be clear about what the component is. How are you going to say, oh, here's a product, and it could be any number of reasons why you could become sick from this? You need to be specific. You put that warning on here for a fucking reason, bitch. So for whatever you think it is, we need to know. Oh, the sponge, the dye, is it the color that you put on this? And my thing is if you can identify that it's a problem with it, why are you making the product with that? And then for the warning what you're giving, it's not even a clear warning. It's like, well, what are you really saying? Well, maybe it's not the product. Maybe it is. Maybe it could have been exposed. Maybe it wasn't exposed. It's bullshit. To me, that's right away bullshit. I'm like, I don't like this no more. Because it don't make sense to me. What do you mean? It's so vague. Oh, it could be any component. The bristles, adhesive holding the bristles in the furrow, paint, coating on the handles, metal components, plastic, rubber parts, or even another accessory included in the set. The warning on the box does not identify which chemical or component triggered it. You don't think that's necessary? Because if you knew what was triggering it, maybe you could fix it. I'm not understanding. And for as much, it don't make sense to me, for as much cancer research you have going on, for you to continue making products that create it. So what's the point of doing the research if you're going to just make our fucking products with something that's going to create the issue? I'm not understanding. Oh, you said you want to see the front. Excuse me. Oh, I just picked up the camera. I'm like, what? That's why. My mom used to do that. Meaning it could be related to the foam sponges themselves. A pigment, didn't I say a pigment dye used? The manufacturing process. That's what I'm saying. It could be literally anything. The manufacturing process or another component material. The label, unfortunately, doesn't tell us which. And because these are going directly on your face, potentially damp and repeatedly, I'd personally treat that differently from, say, a Prop 65 warning on the metal handle. What do you mean? This still doesn't mean the sponges have been shown, because California requires warning on potential exposure to illicit chemicals. With no ingredient material. I'd skip these and get a blender from a manufacturer that provides clip. Girl, you don't gotta tell me twice. If the AI tells you to skip the fucking makeup blender, and I started to promote them until I picked up the box that was showing y'all and saw the warning on the back. I'm like, huh? So your instinct to stop when you saw the label was reasonable. The warning isn't saying using the sponge, but I also can't give you a stronger reassurance of, oh, that's only referring to the packaging, because the label doesn't establish that. But even, why would you still give us packaging that can make us sick? It don't matter how you say it. Here's my point, beloved. It don't matter if it's the packaging or not. It's too vague in the first place. To me, something like that, it don't need to be like, oh, this potentially could have happened. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. It could be this area, that area, that area, or this area, or maybe no area. It could be the top, the bottom, the center, the outside, or the inside, or maybe there is no side. Like it's so, it gives you no direction, and it exposes you to so much unnecessarily. Why is it not these people's business it's their job. They're creating the product. Now, how is it that if I wanted to open up a restaurant, I would have to go, let's just say if I wanted to open up a cooking thing out of my house, and I wanted to make plates and serve people plates out of my house, they would shut me down, because they would say, well, you got to have this license, that license. You got to have you have to go through all these steps in order to prepare somebody's food. But you're telling me these bitches can create a process where it's like, oh, this potentially there's a chemical that may have come in contact with this product that's going in your face or even inside your body that may make you sick. We know that that's a chance. There's a good chance this could have happened. And to me, it is a good chance it could have happened, because if you're putting a warning on the packaging, it got to be, to me, for that warning to be there is, in my mind, them trying to cover their ass. They know that whatever they're warning us about is in fact inside the product. I don't care. That's the reason why it's so vague. Because if they had to say specifically what the chemical was, then they wouldn't be able to make the product. So they're not going to do that. And you see how the government is, but that's those lobbyists doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying is, if you have to tell me a warning like that to a lotion or to a face cream or to anything like that, to painting my house, bitch, of course you're gonna touch your walls. Something's gonna happen where you're gonna touch the wall some kind of way. We shouldn't be having these products. Oh, but it's going to cost too much for them to recall, bitch. Okay, it's going to cost more for us to get these cancer treatments and whatever other treatments these bitches need, skin, eczema, and everything else what they're creating through these products, because it's too much bullshit and synthesize this and that. You're creating a bigger expense, but you know why? That's an industry unto itself, and that's the reason why they're okay with that. Can't you see what I'm saying? This is some bullshit. Ain't no flipping way. We don't know. You said to me just now, well, yeah, I can't tell you 100% if it's the product or if it's the packaging. It should be neither. That's the actual correct answer. It shouldn't be, oh, maybe it's the product or maybe it's the packaging. I should have safe packaging and I should have safe products. It shouldn't be, oh, which one is the unsafe thing? You shouldn't have to buy a product and just by you getting the package from the mail or whatever the case, you're taking a risk. Do you see what I'm saying? I haven't even opened up the product, but you're telling me it could be the box. So just by me touching this, you're telling me it could be chemically changing something in my body. It's wrong. There is no correct way to explain that. And they need to, we're too smart and far along with this conversation. There's no fucking excuse my French, my love. But there's no excuse for them to say why in today's time we can't. And they know what it is. But they just don't want to say that because how many products would they have to recall? Probably a whole lot of them. Like, okay, y'all, once y'all eat up all the food in the grocery stores, it is what it is. And we'll get over it. We'll get used to it. Like, or how about this? Yeah. You need to have a section where it says, these are and guess what? Here's another part. When they do make the food healthier, bitch, if them prices go up, we're revolting. We're tired of it. That's what they're not understanding. You're not going to say, if you want to live healthy, you got to break your back. We're not doing that. So now, whereas the Coca-Cola was costing you $1.69, because now bitch, for you to make her healthier actually is costing you less money, bitch, because realistically, why can't you just make Coca-Cola without the brown color? Why can't you just make it clear? We can start there. All them sodas, we can still have the same flavor, but just make them all clear. Or if you can't find a natural way to use strawberries to make the strawberry soda pink or whatever color you need it for her, 86 it, bitch. We know the color of a strawberry. We don't need the drink to reflect that. We know what time it is. It's just an excuse, bitch. Oh, well, if we got to get rid of a lot of this candy, we going to get rid of it. And not only that, what we'll do is going to be just like them cigarettes. That's what I think. I think for the food that's unhealthy, we need to make it just like them cigarettes. You got to be 18 years or older to buy. And then you'll know up front, okay, it'll be right there on the packaging, just like nicotine. I find it's just as dangerous. I've heard sugar was even more addictive. So what are we really talking about? If you can warn us about nicotine and its addictive properties, sweetheart, why can't you do it for sugar? So all I'm saying is we need to make some changes, sweetheart. That I'm not not gonna get my money back. It's only $4.99, but it is going in the trash bill because I'm saying you should have sold me a safe product. You tried it. You tried it. Not you, beloved. I'm talking about these manufacturers. Let's see what she got to say. Let me just scroll on down. Okay.
I hear the argument, beloved. And there's one part where I think you've hit a very legitimate weakness in the system. A warning that doesn't tell the consumer what chemical they're being warned about, what part of the product contains it, or what exposure route matters isn't very useful for making an informed decision.
No.
Where I want to separate your argument from what we can actually conclude is this. The existence of that warning does not prove Avia Joy knows the sponges contain a dangerous dose of a carcinogen and is hiding it. Prop 65 doesn't work quite that way. A company can warn because it believes an exposure might exceed California's threshold, because it hasn't done enough testing to establish that it doesn't, or simply because it chooses the warning rather than taking on the legal/testing burden of demonstrating compliance without one.
You're making my point, sweetheart. Sorry. My darling, you're making my point. Can't you see what you just said? I'm saying, first of all, what do you mean? Oh, they have a product and they just haven't done enough testing on it to know. You don't see that? You don't see the error in that? That's their problem. Why is that the public's problem? Before this product comes out, they need to know exactly what's in the product and exactly what they need to know what's going on. It don't need to be guesstimation. And what do you mean? Oh, some people just slap it on there just so that it's fake. They don't give a fuck, is what I'm saying. It's not, if they just slapped it on to avoid liability, then that means they don't care what's going into their product. Don't you see what I'm saying? Because that's not, to me, and that law makes it easy for them to do that, is the point I'm getting to. It should never come down to, oh, this one, they put it on there because they just haven't done the testing. What do you mean they haven't done the testing? To know if their threshold exceeds. You see, do you not see what I'm saying? I'm saying by the time the makeup is where I can buy the makeup or whatever, the shampoo, guess what? All what you just said should have been done long before I could even put my eyes on this product. Them tests should have been run, them results should have cleared, and we should already know what time it is. Shouldn't be oh, well, we didn't put the time in to actually know what's going into the product, so we just gonna slap it on there because we don't really know. Or we know that it's been exposed and we're still gonna put the product, so here's your warning. Or we don't want the liability, so we just gonna put it on there anyway. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. Each one of those is incorrect. You started on a path, and all of the options that you just said to me are obsolete. They don't make sense. How can that make sense? You selling something if I was out here selling lemonade on a lemonade stand, the police would come out and shut me down because they would see that as not legitimate. But here you have a whole company that can be selling products to the public, and they don't have to cross their T's and dot their I's. You got to make it make sense. Not trying to be, I hear what you're saying. You just coming across trying to explain to me the law, but I'm telling you that it could be a law, but it don't make sense. Okay, because in the same way, this not making sense is the same way how slavery didn't make sense, but at some point that was law. So, oh, get off my phone. He said, didn't make sense. So this is all just, to me, a systemic issue, starting from the top, making it to where these low lives can create products for the public across all party lines. So that means it's not just beauty. It's food. It's our clothes. It's what goes into our hair, what goes on our nails. Anything you can think, they're poisoning. But if I wanted to sell some lemonade at a lemonade stand on the corner of my street, that would be illegal. But it's legal for them to willfully be putting harmful products, whether they know it or not. You're complicit because you're not doing the research and you're not trying to fix it. So, and because it's coming from every direction and you can't pinpoint why the person got cancer. We can't say if it's for the food or if it's for the clothes or if it's for the shampoo. It's like nobody is ever going to get blamed. They should all be slammed collectively. All these motherfuckers, every single product from top to bottom. Anybody that has ever we can prove if everybody need to be tested. You have these people come into the restaurants to see if they pass the code. How come you don't have people come into these factories to see you have chemicals leaking in here? Are your valves up to date? Are there gases leaking into your product? Bitch, you need to have the same type of oversight you have on the smaller people, on these bigger motherfuckers that you're allowing to sell us these death-ridden makeup brushes and hair brushes and toothpaste and toothbrushes and mouthwash and everything else, eye drops and anything else you could fucking think. Some kind of way. They're it's like little by little, they're chipping at the health. Like, I see what they're doing. So yeah, that's my point, sweetheart. Now what you got to say? Exactly.
Yes, I understand the distinction you're making now, and I was spending too much time explaining how the existing system works, when your argument is that the existing system itself is inadequate. You're not saying, explain why Prop 65 allows this. You're saying, why should that be acceptable in the first place? And on that narrower point, there is a coherent regulatory argument behind what you're saying. If a manufacturer is going to sell something intended for repeated human contact, especially something used on the face, lips, eyes, hair, skin, or around food, you believe the manufacturer should have to establish what is in it and characterize relevant exposures before it reaches consumers. We haven't established whether exposure exceeds X threshold, so we'll warn just in case doesn't satisfy the standard you're proposing.
Absolutely.
There's also an important distinction between testing a product for safety and putting a warning on a product. A warning is risk communication. It isn't itself evidence that somebody performed comprehensive safety testing. And you're essentially saying, don't substitute disclosure for prevention. That's a legitimate policy position. Where I wouldn't follow the conclusion all the way is therefore manufacturers collectively are poisoning people. Or that this explains cancers and other illnesses. We'd need evidence connecting particular products, chemicals, exposure levels, and outcomes before making that causal claim.
And that's the point I'm
The
making.
ambiguity you're criticizing doesn't prove the larger.
And that, no, but she don't understand, but she's making my point again. Didn't she hear what I said when I said, because it crosses every line, it would be impossible to track down every single person to understand. You get what I'm saying? But they know that. They know that. Everything from eye drops to vitamins to toothpaste to mouthwash to lipstick to chapstick to nail polish to earrings. It would be every single thing that they would have to run it back on. That would cost them maybe trillions of dollars. But to me, that's because the real truth is they're not trying to. We're actually living too long these days, is how they see it. They go back and forth about that. But who the fuck do they think they are to make these type of determinations? Because we have plenty of food, plenty of space, bitch. We really do. Oh, this is about. They don't. She's telling me they don't deliver. Okay. Let me see who else is here. This is just like. It's ridiculous. I'm like, Lord, you see, here we go again. You see me down here. You see me down here. I almost wish I didn't order that DoorDash shit because I think that's what triggered them to take that $96. I'm like, bitch, I had things I need to put that on. It's okay. But the point is with this refrigerator, I'm saying, maybe other people struggle with this too. Sure. Okay. It just seems so goofy to me. Like, huh? Now, if I wasn't trying to do this, it just seemed like it would be so. It just seems like because I'm really trying to pull it together. Everything want to be so slow and stupid. I'm like, okay. Although I got to get ready to go because this is good news. Oh, I forgot about this Instagram girl. She probably gone by now. Yep. Oh, here she goes.
This is going to be your.
Girl, this thing is 10 minutes long. Since when can you
Come
post
into
things?
this world with these two hands, right? These hands have carried you through so much. These hands have held you. These hands have held those that you love. These hands have held grief. These hands have held pain.
Hmm.
But they've carried you through absolutely everything.
Hmm.
These little prints on your fingertips, these are your blueprints. And these are the blueprints that have healed your heart. So commend yourself to where you are because you did this.
Okay. Alhamdulillah.
And that's not selfish. That's self-worth. You've got divine masculine, protector, assertive, driven, leader. And then you've got divine feminine, compassionate, understanding, patient, belief. And then you have this beautiful crown chakra that's showing up, intuition, third eye, higher perspective.
Okay.
I feel like even that the shift of your perspective is that you're not necessarily absorbing what it is that your two eyes can see. You're trusting in what this eye is able to see because you're dialed in. You're connected in. Massively outgrown some situations here and some people. All right, tell me about this love that's coming through. Tell me about this love. The Hierophant. This is beautiful. This is commitment. This isn't just, divine masculine energy coming in that's going to come through and ghost, that's going to come through and play games, that's going to come through and they haven't done the work on themselves. No. This is a match. This is someone that's going to grow with you spiritually. This is someone that's going to challenge you, but it's for your growth. Not doing this in a way where it diminishes you. This isn't coming through to reflect your wounds in a way that you've experienced this before. You're at a certain level consciously and in your heart that this is the real deal. This is the real deal. And it's because you're not waiting to be chosen. You don't need to be chosen by anyone because you choose yourself. You don't need to be chosen. But this energy that's coming through, this is someone that's going to come through and complement and add value to your life just as much as you're going to add value to theirs.
Okay.
This is beautiful. Divine masculine.
I'm going to send this to myself and watch it later. Because this is, I didn't know you could make long videos like this on Instagram. Is this real? Girl, look at this.
I'm not even trying. I know.
I'm like, is this real?
I'm not even trying. I know.
They look kind of real. Is this her real breast?
I'm not even trying. I know.
Wow. Are those her real breasts? Wow.
Scorpio, man. I feel like Scorpios is the purest form of realness. Like, that's as genuine as it's gonna get when you come across a Scorpio.
Okay.
A healed one.
Okay.
I know Scorpio can play them emotional games with you, and only the strong survive. Y'all was definitely on my mind in that, man. Like the love that y'all be giving to the people that y'all fuck with. A motherfucking fix the water sign, bro. Like y'all get BDE, bro. Real talk. Like if a provider was a person, It's a motherfucking Scorpio, man. They the full package now. Can y'all explain them voices in y'all head to us, please? Some of us is just a little confused.
Okay, he's
I
funny.
call
I
the
like him.
Scorpion for a motherfucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you thought you got away with some shit, she motherfucking didn't. They got receipts. Got a question though. I be swearing y'all don't care, but y'all literally notice everything.
Okay.
Can somebody help me out? To be honest, like,
okay, it's just a part of it. We don't be giving a fuck, but we do also notice everything. Because it's like, okay, that's what it is. Like, what you want? I'm not about to sit. I got shit to do. That's realistic. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, girl, no, that's okay. Unless it's a situation like what happened with Homeboy, where he was like, I pay to live here. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you pay. Miss, she want to put her bucket all up in the hallway. In that case, it went left, but, you know, generally speaking, and even then I didn't give a fuck because you saw the police came. He over here talking like, you assaulted me, you going to jail, whatever he said. I'm like, girl, no, you wanted that. You got what you wanted. It's just, it went a different way. You didn't, because I come across so nice. See, y'all see me one way. In my regular everyday life, I'm just chill. You know what I'm saying? And I think people see that and take it as something else. Like, because then what it is I think they hear me talking on here and they think, oh, that must be fake because when he's not online, he's just chill. They thinking that I'm supposed to be like this, like I'm channeling. When I'm channeling, I'm channeling. But when this camera cut off, then it's like, okay, back to work. Okay, what do I need to do? But I think he took it like, I know what he took it like. He took it as, oh, this guy, I can work him. He's a nice guy. And you're right, I am a nice guy, but I'm not a fool. And fuck no, bitch. No one takes advantage of me. Even before I went through all of this, it don't even matter. Period. I don't like it. I never liked the idea. But having gone through everything I've gone through, it's definitely giving fuck yeah. I don't give a fuck. If it's coming down between A and B, it's gonna be they gonna put their money on me, bitch. Trust. Because that's how it's gonna go. Because they in their heart they know. However it's gonna go, he's not gonna quit. He's gonna fight. It's gonna be A, B, and C. And then win, lose, or draw, bitch. But this is gonna be a bitch that at least we know is gonna be there for the long haul and it's gonna stick with it and blah 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 blah. Please. But let's finish hearing what this brother got to say.
Do y'all actually forgive people or do y'all just get tired of dealing with them? Don't scroll. Want to know if it's just y'all or do one weird vibe just completely change how you see somebody? We all be judging. And now my Scorpios check in real quick. Do y'all disappear to protect y'all peace or do people just get on y'all nerves? Like, do y'all be acting mysterious or do y'all just be overthinking shit? And by shit, I mean everything.
Both.
Scorpios, I need y'all to finish this up in the comments for me real quick. The fastest way to lose me is
stupid shit.
Drop this shit in the comments. Let us know, man.
Because that encompasses everything. Don't be dumb. Don't be stupid. Don't talk to me stupid. Don't act stupid. Don't present stupid. Don't do nothing stupid around me. I don't like it. You want to know? You want to know what's going to make me get the fuck on? Stupid shit. You being dumb. You talking stupid. You looking at me stupid. It's all stupid. I don't like it. I saw another Scorpio who we were working on a friendship, but girl, I had to get away from her. I told y'all about her. But I saw her the other day when I was in the hair supply. I just really love the person that I am because I'm like, wow. I remember this moment. I don't forget shit. I be just remembering how I was thinking when I was 13 and however young and just really thinking of how I really saw myself and what I wanted to grow into. And of course I didn't know it was going to go like this, but I just know all the iterations of myself would love where I am right now, even though it's been a struggle. Like, wow, you haven't. And the main thing that I would like the best is that I have good character, honestly. even above the artistry. Because if I was an artist who was an asshole, I would still not like that person. I know me. Like I would be turned off by that person. I don't want to get emotional, but truly I know that's all them other versions of me would, the part they would love the most is that I'm a good person above, and that I love God, and like that I am not like mean, like I can be that way if I need to, but I mean like that I'm not like a curmudgeon, like just negative about shit and nothing's gonna work out and it's never gonna happen. I don't know why you tried, and that I still believe. I just know. But that character thing is, I know would be the biggest thing. Like God, and that's even bigger than my art. Truly. Because if no integrity, no character, who gives a fuck if you're a good artist, really? It's plenty niggas can sing, dance, do anything you can say under the sun. To me, the part that is going to really make it shine is if it's authentic, if it's sincere, if it has good character, good bones. Like, you got to be realistic. All this fake diva shit, like machismo, I don't like none of that. It's boring. It's like, okay. Oh, what, you're a big star? Cool. You still a lame, square ass nigga. Only reason bitches like you is because you're famous, bitch. You got some money. That's the only reason. Okay, you're not famous, but you got some money. You don't have good character. You don't have a good personality. They only like you for the money. And on the inside, that's eating you up. Because you know, if you ever lost all this, you would lose all them. You know that, though. So enjoy. You know what you're doing. But to win and have good character, be a good person, for real, that's that winning. That's that shit right there. And be real. Be for real about it. Not that, I see through that. I don't like fake sincerity. I hate that. To me, sincerity is not something you can act. People do try to, but I be knowing. Like, you a fake ass bitch. You really are. You are so fake. And it'd be like, I know I hate to bring her up, but it's just because she's one of the key people who do it that I be saying. Beyonce. She does that so much. I see her do it so often. And even before I really started feeling like, before I soured towards her, that used to annoy me. I used to ask who was I talking to? Was it my mom? No, that was Mariah Carey. That was a different case. Never mind. It was my mom, but it wasn't Beyonce. We were talking about Mariah Carey. Okay. But who was I telling this to? I know I was having a conversation. It don't matter. The point is even young, I remember thinking, I don't like when people fake smile. Whether it be to a friend or to an audience, I just don't like it because I know when that is. And Beyonce does it a lot. She be on stage. It don't be real. I see straight through that. Fake crying, fake smiles. When she was that way back then, when she was singing Flaws and All, that guy would come out, wrap them wings around her, and she would have that one tear always come out every performance. I'm like, you fake. What would have made this real is if you actually really cried. If that's how you really felt about it and it was emotional and it was, but to see her repeatedly from different states literally conjure up that tear, to me was just like, that's not a good look, in my opinion. She's seeing it as artistic, but I don't see that way. Especially when it comes across fake. And then the tear falls and then you do that fake little grin. Like, good grief. Barf. Shit is annoying. I don't like it. I like when people, I've seen people cry with emotion on stage, or even just be emotional on stage, and it comes across realistic. Even whether it's big emotion or small emotion, I like real. That's the reason why that Dolly Parton performance that we pulled up however long ago, that's why and she wasn't doing much, but it was sincere. It felt realistic. And it was theatrical, but it felt like it was true to who she was, and it was authentic. Like, it just felt real to me. It was just everything came together. But with her, it'd be the face that be killing me. Like, it's not a real smile. It's not real. And I've even seen, not even performances, just things where she be out. and maybe it's a red carpet or whatever, and you'll have a moment where you see her interacting with people, and it just reads so fake to me. She be smiling and stuff, and but it be coming across as like performance, not genuine, like someone's having a real conversation. Like, girl, you serious? Wow, congratulations. You know what? Like, it don't read real to me. It reads, I know there's cameras around, and I want to come across, yes, like she's playing to the camera, but the way it's supposed to come across is she doesn't know the camera's there. She's just talking, but she absolutely knows that camera's there. She knows how, and she knows what she wants that camera to pick up about her. Anytime I see her in those kind of moments, I'm like, she knows y'all watching. She's performing for you, and she just wants to come across like. Now, there are people who really do that, but that's why it's case by case, because when it's real, it don't annoy me. I've seen it when it's real, where it's like, oh my good girl. I can tell when it's real. And I can also tell when it's one of those, oh my God, fake. Like, okay. Oh my God, that's that ADHD is 115. Okay, let me get ready to go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully soon enough, I'll be able to kind of let y'all know what I'm up to. But I think the impression I get from Allah, and even just what I naturally feel on my own, is this. This time around, you enjoy this all first. My normal thing would be like to come and, isn't Allah great? And let me tell you what Allah is doing, and really let you know that it's all true and that Allah, it's working. Just keep, my normal thing. Keep believing it's working. It's real. We told the truth. The people of God, my normal thing. But I sensed it very heavy. Like, it's not for the people who love me, they love me, but it's not about them. It's the ones who are out there praying negative shit. Because the ones who love me, they, it's like they'll put something out there for me and then they'll let it rest. But these bitches that don't fuck with me, in their minds, they're constantly putting out thoughts like, I hope it doesn't work. I hope it doesn't work. I hope it doesn't work. And when I'm saying specifically what the it is, it's like 50 fucking evil eye. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even coming from one bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? Just that's the extent of it. But my point is, I'm like, put the energy out there. And one thing about me is, bitch, if I'm saying it, it's the case. So put the energy out there so the girls know major things are happening. But just build anticipation. Don't go into it. Everybody will live. Nothing. The world is not going to stop. But build anticipation for once. For once. See what happens with that. Just see what happens. See what happens if you don't come, and even if it don't matter about your intention. I'm talking about God telling me through inspiration, because it don't matter. Yeah, everybody knows. Don't matter about that. It's about, let's run the procedure a different way this time, because in the past things will happen for you, and right away, you guys, do it different this time. Talk about a little something, something. Don't really give too much information. Build that anticipation, and then let the balloon pop. See what happens. And as hard as it is, because I'm like, that's really because that's why I'm talking so much about the business, because what I really want to talk about, I can't talk about. But I'm trusting Allah. I'm like, I'm not even putting any expectations. I'm just going to go into the whole situation, the opportunity. And I'm like, Allah, you know what you're doing. If you say it, and for how this all came about, I'm like, okay, all right. You know me. I always say, talking to God, you know me. Please don't give me the challenge if you don't want me to rise to it. Because if you tell me it's what you want me to do, you know how it's going down. I don't have to know anything about it, because I just trust you. I don't get emotional. But we be having these talks. Now I got my rocket shot. We be talking. We've been talking even without that. But I'm saying, now I can be more comfortable. But the point is, these are my conversations. I'm saying, I'm like, But at this point, it's like, even with the different stressors, I'm like, the truth is Allah has held all this down. I'm not, let's be for real, like, let's just be honest about everything. I'm showing up, but a lot of people show up. But Allah knows best on why. God felt it necessary. Let's keep this going. You're sustaining me. You're surviving me. And I take it serious. I'm not, oh, it's just another day. Another day that a lot of bitches didn't get. Are we gonna skip over that? You taking too much shit for granted. And you're pissing me off. Now I'm just in general, like I'm collective spiraling out. But the point is yeah. But we become so used to everything that the magic in waking up, we don't understand. That we were born, we don't understand. That we live, have opportunity. Girl, come on. It don't even matter. I'm not here to talk about that. It's just about the fact that if Allah says yes, it would only be God stopping me, because I'm not going to stop myself. I know that we're doing this for the right reasons, and maybe Allah's will, good things are going to come. And as long as I am alive on this planet, we ain't stopping. No. Until Allah says, good job, my good and faithful servant. We're ready for you. We've prepared everything. You've done da 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 da. Let's go. Do your part as well as you can. And if you're doing that, God is pleased. Because God knows the truth about you. Like, you are really trying. That's why I be saying, you see this, right? You see this stuff with this fridge? I'm not going to stop looking. I'm just showing you. Like, I'm trying to juggle all this and balancing bills. And now we're in the negative, paying this bill and that bill. It's just like, you see, and you also see we're not being wasteful. We've held the money on Cash App so that the money don't get ate up. Although I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to clear this balance out? If this new tenant moves in, inshallah, everything goes according to plan. She moves in tomorrow. Did she say tomorrow or Saturday? She'll let me know. But the point is, then that money will come and replace that. That's just, I don't want to do anything too quick. I want to make sure I'm thinking about this. How to move this money for it to have the most impact. We need this fridge. So I'm saying, okay. All right, now, how do we want to run this? There's definitely a way to run it. I just need to think. Okay. And then inshallah, we get her moved in. Get this other person moved out. Then I gotta because I want to replace that mattress altogether, but right now I can't afford it. So maybe get some kind of mattress cover to just cover it up. That's nice and thick. Get a new bedspread. Put the room back on the market. Then figure out what's going on with this gay older man. See what's going on with him. If you had I told you 4 days ago, however long, you have to the 28th to respond. And then we're going through the process of taking the room back. But there's nothing even in the room because you never moved in. So it's not really a hard thing to do. And I'm also contacting that agency and just letting them know. And one thing about it, you definitely aren't getting a refund just because he didn't do his part. I did my part. The room was made available and taken off the market. He never showed up other than to 1, 2, 3 on the clock, other than to get his key. So, but I'm just letting you know that this is how it went, And if you want to take me to court, girl, we can go to court. I'm like, no, I'm a by myself entrepreneur. So I followed through. I prepared the room. Everything was done. I did the work. At best, you're going to get that deposit, but you ain't getting the fucking rent. Absolutely not. No. But, so what am I saying? Okay. But anyway, then if he not moving in, fine. Let's put the room back on the market. I don't want to waste too much time. Don't want to waste too much time. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. Let's move on. Or if you're doing it, we're doing it. It don't matter to me. But I'm saying a decision got to be made. We're not about to be going back and forth. That's what I'm actually saying. So, we'll see. I felt bad for the dogs, but honestly, I'm glad for them to be gone. I know it's the right decision because I already feel lighter. It's quieter. They were sweet, but they were bigger. They would be playing, bumping into walls, knocking shit off the walls, knocking shit around. I'm like, my dogs are older. How I like it. Because even if I was going to ever get another dog, I don't know that I would ever get a puppy again. It would have to at least be 2 years old for me to adopt. I want them already as an adult. That's how I feel about it. Because my way is, I have too much shit going on now to be raising a puppy. No, I don't have that kind of time. No. Sabine was an adult when I adopted him. I think he was like 1.5, 2 years old when I adopted him. I didn't want a puppy. Felice was an adult. I think she might have been 2 or 3. I did not want a puppy. Hell nah. 1, 2, 3. It's 126. 1, 2, 3. Compounding interest, I know. In the realm. But anyway, so yeah, I don't want a puppy. Maybe one day when I'm more settled in and slower about things, maybe. But right now, when I'm trying to get so much done, I even feel like after the dogs I have pass away, I don't even know that I want to get another dog for probably some time. I'll just have the one cat. Like, I feel like they're my kids, but when they go, I don't know that I'm going to get more dogs. Not because I don't love them, but because I feel like I'm moving so fast. And for the way I need to be moving, when I have animals, I think more like, oh, can I bring my animals? Where are they going to go? It's all these, But when that clears up, I think I'm going to give it a break for a while. We'll see what the law says. I say that now. But we'll see. That's how I feel right now. It's true. What am I going to eat? We have food. Should I do a burrito? That's quick. A burrito with some chips, some subs, a bagel. I haven't had a bagel yet. I will have a bagel. That's what I want. And I need to hit this sister back. I'm so excited. Life is just, that's what I'm saying. I just got to hang in there. You already know. Hang in there, and Allah, I'm doing my best. I don't have to tell you that. I know. But I always thought I was a smart enough person. I always knew I wasn't stupid. But through all of this, I'm still not, like, I feel I'm on a human level, I'm smart. But for everything that Allah has granted me, I'm not that smart. I know the truth about that part. I always have to say that. Because it's not like I got here just on my own thoughts. I know that. And now somebody else is going to say, I don't have time for that. Like, my ex is more of a believer now, but back in the day, he was more kind of like an atheist. And his thing would be like, it wasn't God, it was you who woke up all them days and you who put in all that work. I'm like, you're not seeing it the right. See, that's surface level thinking. Deeper would be, I could have died in my sleep. I don't have to have the ability to walk to be able to do all the lifting that I'm doing. I don't want to get emotional because it's so true to me. Everything in my life, I'm so grateful. And I don't take any aspect of anything. I think my fingers, always talk to my body. Confirmation. Because I think I'm like, thank you for hanging in there with me. I know I haven't been the best. And here you are, rocking and rolling with me. Thank you. It's real. And it's very emotional. So in his view, oh, you did the work. You're saying that you're seeing it, not the full picture. I didn't have to be in that position. I could have lost my mind. I could have lost my health. Anything could have happened. You don't see that? I could have, when I got into that accident in LA and my car flipped, anything could have happened. Anything could have happened throughout my life. So nothing. I don't take anything. I woke up this morning, alhamdulillah. Throughout the day, if I'm sitting in that rocking chair, even when I'm bored, but I'm sitting in my rocking chair, my lawn that I love. I love this property. I say that every day. See, that's why I like doing this shit, because once you get started, it'd be like, because really think about what God does for you. And I don't have time to break it all down. I can only share, the best part I can do is to share the truth as I'm experiencing. But I know I know. And sometimes I be like, I just wish everybody could know what I'm seeing and how this shit is real. That's not my job, though. That's where the frustration kicks in. But I be trying. Like, if you've really been paying attention, how could you think? How could you not at this point? Because somebody will say, girl, but he ain't gone nowhere. He's still, but can't you understand this is a miracle that I have survived? Me. So you just got to do the best you can and really think. And you may not, quote unquote, get it right. But if your heart is in the right place, you're always going to get where you're trying to get. You get it. It was right somehow. God will make it right. Because you're trying. Because the effort is there. So emotional. If you think about it, it just makes you emotional. That's what I'm saying. When I'm out there dancing in my head, I'm just thinking, thank you, Allah. It never gets old. And I'm so grateful. And I'll be dancing, it'll be a butterfly will fly across me. And I'm like, I take that as like a heavenly, and I wave to the butterfly. Thank you. Thank you. It's just. Anyway, so I'm just grateful. Even through the struggle, it's like that God entrusted me. To figure it out. You trust me. Oh. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Once you get started, because then you just start thinking about everything. Then, of course, now I'm going into thank you for my mom. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta get ready to go. I love you guys. Life has always been good, but I think it's about to get a little bit better. So let's all buckle up. Let's pray. But this is what I suppose we've all been waiting for, preparing for. So it's what we said, huh? It's interesting. It's funny how that happens. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Allah. Every day. It never gets old. I just look around. I look at the animals. I'll go outside and I'll think, you entrusted me with this. You trusted me. I don't take anything for granted. Because when I get to thinking, that's why I always have to remind myself, oh, cabin fever, I feel like I'm here all the time. I could be on the street. So it's like, I never want to. I love this home. I love what Allah has done. And I intend to stick with this. I wonder if I go into one of those shops, you know, where you can get the laptops for cheap. And I take, not this one, confirmation, hold on. Let's see what this one got to say. No delivery. See what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, I got it. This the part. It's like I be so hyper vigilant about things because I know it can work. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in me. If Allah and my mom believe in me, that lasts me my whole life. I can never not. Because my mother trusted me and she wasn't a liar. And if she told me that I can get this done, I know that I can get it done. It's going to be for me to figure it out. But I know that I have what it takes to do this, whatever this is. I can do it. I can do it. Wait, what? It just said no delivery. What? Yes. Are you still interested? Fuck yes. This for the. Now let me make sure I got the money. How much you? This one is a little bit more expensive, but I know we got it. Okay, let me deduct this. Let me see how much we're left with, because we won't be able to get the washer, but let me see. Oh my God. Allah, help me with this. Okay, I really gotta go then, because I gotta clear that area a little bit. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yes, I want the fridge. Mommy would say, get the fridge. You have the money. Veronica sent that money in specific. She said, get the fridge. Y'all were here when she said it. I have the money. See, that's the part of me that's saying, there's a part of me that's saying, you what is that's the hypervigilance. It's like, okay, think, because once you say yes and you spend that money, then it's gone. So make sure is there not a better deal? But it's not always about a better deal. Now hold on, let me see what his. Let me see. Did I see delivery on his? I'm almost like, okay, now let me just see. Hold on. Maybe I'm tripping. See, I am tripping on an extent. Hold on. He's saying yes, it's still available, but not delivered. This person, I didn't ask. I just want to ask. I said, is it still available? Okay. Let's see. Because at 160, now we're getting. After they took that $96 and I spent 100 in whatever was 21 on groceries. After the 96, and what was it? So the groceries was 120 something. 96, that left us with 211. If this fridge is $160, let me just look at it one more time. I want to see it. See details. It's just a regular plain old fridge. It's just a regular plain old fridge. I'm okay with that. If it works, as long as it works, it's not gonna give me no problems. I'm okay with that. But we do need the space for the refrigerator. So, but I'm just trying to see if it's 160, he may say 40 for delivery. What's the math on that? Okay. 160 plus 40. That's 200. That leaves me with $11. Okay. And then if he says yes, I got to get up in there and clear out that space. I'm so tired of cleaning and moving up heavy shit, you guys. Okay. Let's just I'm going too far ahead. Did I say? Oh shit, I am. Did I not say that already? Do you? Maybe I thought it and started it and delivered. Let me just make sure I didn't type that already. I don't want to be redundant. It will be a weight. If we got that taken care of, that will be a weight off of my shoulders. I don't even have boxes to put those supplies in. What can I transport them to the storage? See, nah. And then it's like I'm gonna have to ask. I don't want to ask my ex for help. And it's just crazy. We just had all this money, but I could see where it went. $100. That DoorDash DoorDash Pass really pissed me off because I really didn't need that money for what we were trying to do. But it's okay. So see what I'm saying? So he did say no. So me doing that calculation was, that's what I'm saying. So then I'm not interested. Because I'm not picking a fridge up from anywhere. I'm not doing that. I already know that about me. I know that I'm not going to do it. So then, fine. Allah will bring something else. The fuck? No. I'm already lifting couches and fucking mattresses and all kind of other shit. But at least that's stuff that's in the house already, so that's easier. But I'm not driving and then, oh, let me not turn too quick, or the coolant might spill. Girl, fuck all that. Just bring the fucking fridge here and get it set up. Bitch. Nobody got time for that shit. That's fine. We're gonna figure it out. What was I gonna say though? Since that fridge didn't come through, if she's moving it tomorrow, I do need some packing boxes because I need to pack that bookshelf downstairs. And then I need to break that shelf down. I'm not putting that in storage. I'm just gonna throw it away. And then I need to get all that jewelry and bring it up here. And I need to clear out the medicine cabinet and that other cabinet because that'll be her storage. Her and his storage for down there. Because I plan on putting shelves in my bathroom and then storing all my bathroom shit in here. And the only thing, I can still use that bathroom, but because I'll have to for the shower until I eventually knock that wall down. And I looked into it. I could probably get a decent bathroom done for about $5,000. If you get good work, like people who, like how my mom had that guy in Arizona. If I can find me one of those, I could probably do it for $5,000. But that's like a project that will probably, if it be Allah's will probably be this time next year, you know? Like I'm realistic about it. So eventually I'll be totally moved out. I won't be using the bathroom down there at all. Sometimes I like to use the toilet down there just because there's more space. Whereas this one, when they redo this bathroom, I want to change the toilet setup somehow. Like I don't, it need to be a better position, or maybe that's okay. But when we knock the wall down, maybe we can. No, let's move that toilet over. Let's move this door over so that there's more space between the toilet and the door. So let's move this door over probably to like about here. This is where the door need to start. And then this will be wall. And then we'll just have a standing shower. But I do want there to be a seat in the shower, and I probably want like an overhead kind of thing going on. Maybe not, we'll see. But it don't matter. The point is, I want shelves in there. I want my towels rolled up. I want to be able to fully function in this space. Now no. I'll just have to pull in IKEA and get creative and make it artistic and create my shelving, like in my clothes. I'll figure out how I want to do that. Put my little TV or a decent sized TV, and it'll be nice. But that's once I get. Let me get my shit rolling. Then we can do the fun stuff. Confirmation, I know. I'm trying, babe. Real quick before I go, let's do this. They ain't talking about shit. Let me see.
Every day, sipping mimosas in Miami. We need to be like on yachts every day, sipping mimosas in Miami. We need to be.
I never cared for Kenya Moore, to be real. I ain't never cared for her. Just keep it real. All right, fam, I gotta hit it. I love you guys. Okay. All right. Peace, family.